Mr. Belvedere, you didn't look at the good part.
Oh. Conduct, excellent. Attitude, excellent. Health habits, satisfactory.
I think that's the day I had chili. Thanks.
It's one of the finest forgeries I've ever seen.
Hey, I don't forge things.
What about that note 2 years ago? The one to get you out of square dancing for religious reasons.
Yeah, well, that was the old me. This is real.
Fine, Wesley. But I'll have to put it through the usual tests. You know, fingerprints, handwriting analysis. You haven't been on the rack in a while.
Come on, honey, don't be so nervous. You're going to do just fine.
I know. It's just I've never done an editorial on TV before. I mean, what if I'm no good or somebody with an opposing viewpoint comes down to the station and pops me in the push?
It might help your ratings. I got my report card.
Brace yourselves.
We got an excellent in classroom citizenship. Yes, ma'am.
What'd they do, Wes? Keep you bound and gagged?
No, I even got this note from my teacher. Wesley is an exemplary student who has shown remarkable improvement in both his behavior and his willingness to work with others. His voluntary termination of the floating crap game is also appreciated. Signed, Mrs. Carsola. Congratulations, honey.
Yeah, way to go, pal. Wow.
Guess you forgot our deal.
Huh? I had a feeling virtue wasn't its own reward.
You guys said if I improved my classroom demeanor, I could get a new bike, just like Harry Huffnagel.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, pal, a deal's a deal. We'll go pick it out tomorrow.
Oh, boy!
Just run the usual test.
Never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kick the jacket as you came through the door? No one glares. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life, yes.
Since of Volgograd, the world's oldest man, Vladimir Tarnevsky, celebrated his 159th birthday today. When asked about the secret to his longevity, Mr. Tarnevsky replied, hard work, fresh air, and a good woman. Tragically, after attempting to blow out his birthday candles, Mr. Tarnevsky collapsed of lung failure and died. Certainly a sad story, right, Skip?
Indeed it is, Sammy. I just wonder how his parents are taking it. And speaking of old-timers, it's time to turn to sports and our own George Owens. Thanks, Skip. Tonight, George begins with his first in a series of hard-hitting sports commentaries. If it's provocative or controversial, you can bet our George is going to tackle it.
Right, Skip. You know, folks, on the way to work today, I took in a couple of innings of a Little League game. And while I was watching those little tykes out there, I realized something. All of those kids were wearing batting helmets. Now, I know they aren't exactly facing Nolan Ryan or Dwight Gooden out there on the pitcher's mound, but what if they were and they didn't have those helmets on? Hey, I don't even want to think about it. But luckily, I don't have to, because those helmets have been required ever since Little League began, and this is one hombre who thinks it ought to stay that way. So here's a big George Owens high five to all those Little Leaguers for using their heads and their helmets. Yep. What? I'm done.
Oh.
George, is somebody trying to abolish these helmets?
No. I just saw them, and I think they're a good idea.
I see. George Owens' views are not necessarily those of the station or its management. Channel 8 welcomes opposing viewpoints and anyone who feels that little children shouldn't wear protective headgear. Please feel free to write. We'd love to know who you are. And here, with a look at the weather, is our own Larry Mendel.
Come home.
Oh, honey. Yes.
So So, did you see my editorial?
Uh-huh.
What'd you think?
Well, it certainly seemed to be the right length.
Hey, I know it stunk. I mean, some editorial. Who's going to be against batting helmets?
I am. At least when Wesley's at the plate.
So did they say anything at the station?
Nah, nothing much. Just if I don't come up with a decent topic, they're going to kill the whole segment. Next thing you know, I'll be out on the streets.
Well, then, how about something along the lines of job security? Who needs it? Perhaps I do.
The hospital spokesperson reported that both Siamese twins were doing well after the historic surgery to separate them. That's certainly happy news, right, Skip?
Sure is, Tammy. Of course, there's nothing historic about the way I separate my Siamese. I just turn the hose on them. And now it's time to buckle up for another jaundiced look at sports with our very own George Owen. What's the hot topic tonight, George? Mandatory seatbelts for race car drivers?
No, Skip. Tonight I'd like to talk about something that bugs me every time I go out to the old ballpark. It's not the price of the ticket or having to play bumper cars in the parking lot, or even those soggy hot dog buns. What really bugs me is the national anthem. Who needs it? I mean, there you are, all cozy in your seat, with your popcorn and peanuts and Cracker Jacks, when some joker says, "Please rise," and join anybody from Robert Merrill to some fat broad from the ladies' bowling league who's singing "Oh, Say Can You See." I mean, let's face it, it's not that great a song to begin with, and even if it was, nobody's paying any attention anyway. I mean, the players are sitting in the dugout spitting tobacco. The 8 guys in the bleachers are ticked off because the beer line's closed for the next 2 minutes, and everybody else starts yelling and screaming before the song is half over anyway. So, to heck with all this patriotic mumbo-jumbo. Let's dump the national anthem and play ball. Yep.
Yes. Well, that's the news for now. We'll all be back tonight at 11. Hopefully.
Well, that ought to get us a few cards and letters.
George? That was Mr. Franklin, the owner of the station. He'd like to see you in his office right now.
Oh, yeah? He probably wants to congratulate me on my editorial.
I'm sure that's it.
It's open. Mr. Franklin? Close the door, please.
George, you see this picture hanging on the wall here?
Yeah.
Stay behind the white line, please. It's a photograph of a handful of brave Marines raising the flag over Iwo Jima. I was there, George. Were you?
No, I was only 10. Got a pretty good picture of me on a pony, though.
I like our flag, George. I like to salute it. And I like our national anthem. I like to sing it. And I don't spit when it's playing, nor do I yell before it's over. And I think I'm a pretty regular Joe, don't you, George?
Yes, sir, Mr. Franklin. But what I meant...
I don't care what you meant, George. I want your resignation on my desk by 0800 tomorrow morning.
What?
You are...
Why does Tropicana taste so good? Because it's made with nothing but 100% pure squeezed oranges. Never from concentrate. Always has been, always will be. Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice. Pour yourself a glass today.
one craving at a time.
Ontario's a great place to live, work, and raise a family.
That's why it keeps growing. As we grow, we're going to need more electricity. Continuous supply for the future.
And more companies generating electricity.
Well,
Look who's here.
yeah. So what'd you think of my commentary?
I enjoyed it. But then I never liked this country anyway.
Oh, hi, honey. How was work? Do you still have any?
Mr. Franklin wants me to resign.
Oh, well, that's not fair. You were just making a cute little ironic point. I'm sure people know that you didn't really mean it.
I don't know. I mean, I got out of my car, and about 16 Huffenagels came charging out of their house, throwing stuff at me and calling me a communist. I tried to tell them I was a social pragmatist. That's when Grandma Huffenagel beamed me with a tomato.
That's it. I'm finished.
Hey, that's not true. I mean, from a legal standpoint, they can't force you to quit. You have a contract that still has a year to go.
Right.
As long as you honor your part of the contract, they still have to pay you.
Yeah, right. I mean, as long as I keep showing up, what's the worst they can do to me? Good morning. It's 4 a.m. and this is Farm Report. Pork bellies held steady while soybeans flow slightly higher.
You do the story on the economics summit, and I'll take the mid-air collision.
Oh, sure. And yesterday you got the hospital fire. Thanks, Sam.
Okay, candy, cream, no sugar. Skip, you had the decaf, cafe au lait, extra foam. Thank you, George.
You know, George, we both feel really bad about you losing a sports job and having to do all this.
Aren't I supposed to get an amaretto cookie? Hey, look, it's okay. I mean, my contract says I got to do what the station says, and that's what I'm going to do. I'll go get your cookie.
Hey, guys, has Grabowski showed up yet?
You talking about Victor Grabowski? Used to play shortstop for the Phillies?
Yeah, George, he's coming in to do sports.
Well, I thought Skip was going to keep doing it.
I was, but they said I was getting too emotional over the hockey score.
Well, George.
I see you're still with us.
Yes, sir, Mr. Franklin. I did the farm report, made coffee, and swept up the studio.
Did you polish the transmitter?
I was just going out for some Brasso.
You know, George, I had you pegged as a quitter, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, I tried to do everything in my power to humiliate and degrade you, but you held your ground, and you're still here.
Yes, sir, I sure am.
I guess I'm just going to have to try a little harder.
What happened? Did the Toys R Us explode? Wait, did you buy all these?
No, I got them on approval so I could see which one I really want. But I still can't decide.
Yes, well, sometimes having too many choices is worse than having none at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, like the first time I took you to 31 flavors. Remember you had one of these. I don't know, Mr. Belvedere. Maybe I just don't need all these toys and things anymore.
Sounds to me like someone's growing up.
I think I'll just ask for a weekend in Vegas.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, George.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. I'm not getting all this. I'm going to Caesar's Palace instead.
That's great, Champ.
I guess you're not the only one with a problem.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Where's your father?
I think he's upstairs taking a nap.
Oh, poor baby. He has to get up so early to do that stupid farm report.
But he looks so dashing in his biz overalls.
Actually, Dad said something about not doing farm report anymore.
Really? Hey, maybe they put him back on sports.
Hi, guys.
You running away from home, Dad?
Nah, pal, they replaced me with some ex-jock named Grabowski, so now they're making me do some kid's show.
Hey, I mean, I used to. What happened to the real guy?
All I know is the cops came and slapped the cuffs on him during a Chilly Willy cartoon.
So what are you wearing this now for?
On my way to work, I got to appear at 2 birthday parties and a grand opening of a Korean driving school.
Don't worry, honey. Everything's going to be okay.
But what if I'm a lousy hobo Joe?
Come on, Dad. You're going to be great.
Yes, George. If anyone can fill Hobo Joe's shoes, you can.
Wow, that was pretty great, huh, kid? Don't see many cartoons from Albania. What did you think, Dumpster Dog? That was real good, Hobo Joe. But I'm going back now and eat some more garbage. Yeah, see you, Dumpster Dog. Remember, kids, you shouldn't eat garbage. But if you do, don't forget to brush. Anyway, it's time for Hobo Joe to have a break. And I'll be back with more cartoon fun tomorrow. Coming up on the news, a terrorist hijacking, the Dow Jones Summit, and Ed, Hobo Jones Wilson, is arraigned in Superior Court. Well, so long, boys and girls.
Excuse me, can you introduce me to Dumpster Dog?
What are you doing here, Belvedere?
Well, I happen to be in the neighborhood. I thought it might be nice if somebody brought you some coffee.
Ah, thanks, big guy. I can't take this anymore, Belvedere. I'm quitting.
Oh, look, George, you can take far more humiliation than this. I've seen you in public with your family.
Hey, George. I caught the show. You look pretty good up there. You may be wearing this permanently. Look, Mr. Franklin, I've been thinking maybe I should just go and...
We go on the air in 30 seconds. Why aren't you at your desk? Because our new sportscaster just made whoops on his.
What?
Grabowski's drunk.
Well, there must be some other sportscaster someplace around here.
Okay, Skip. You take the sports tonight. I don't want to. Last time you hurt my feelings. Okay, Suzuki, you take it.
No, we think George should do it.
Don't look at me.
All right, Owens, you're on tonight. But it doesn't mean anything.
Yes, sir.
You're on the air. This is the Metro News 4 o'clock report with Skip Holling, Sammy Suzuki, Larry Mendez with the weather, and somebody with the sports.
Hello, I'm Tammy Suzuki.
And I'm Skip Holling. Before we get to our top story, Tammy and I would like to welcome back an old friend here at the Metro Desk, a man whose judgment may be questionable, but whose integrity and sincerity is never in doubt, George Owens.
Thanks, Skip. Hi, boys and girls. I guess last week I sort of upset a lot of people when I said we should dump the national anthem. And I appreciate getting the chance to tell everybody that I still mean it. I mean, why shouldn't we get rid of it? Nobody seems to care anymore. I can remember when I was a kid going out to Forbes Field with my old man. When that Star-Spangled Banner started playing, people stood up straight and put their hats over their hearts and sang so loud the whole place shook. Sometimes there'd be soldiers in wheelchairs, and if they couldn't stand on their own, there'd be somebody to help them. I guess we were pretty proud back then, and maybe I was just wishing things could be like that again. Skip? I couldn't.
Today in the Persian Gulf, Navy helicopters were fired upon as they continued their stepped-up surveillance of the troubled region. The Iranian...
Hey, guys.
Hi, honey. We all saw you. Yeah, Dad, you were great.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, especially the part when you're talking to Dumpster Dog.
We were talking about Daddy's speech on the news.
Oh, right. What you do?
So did they give you your job back?
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to do any more editorials. Plus, I still got to finish polishing the transmitter.
Hey, guys, I finally figured out what I wanted for my good report card. A fishing rod, but you hate fishing. I know, but Dad loves it, and he's been having such a tough time at work lately, I figured I might cheer him up.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. I didn't have the heart to tell him.
So, Dad, now that you're back on the news, you still going to be doing Hobo Joe?
Yeah, they wanted me to, but luckily they found somebody else.
Hi there, boys and girls. Land is at the Metro desk. And with no opinions to give, he can now concentrate on fouling up the baseball scores. As for me, my career as Hobo Joe was both brief and disastrous. Apparently those little cretins out in TV land prefer their barnyard cartoons to my episodes of Upstairs, Downstairs. I even got a nasty letter from Kevin. But no matter, the whole affair was rather silly and beneath me in the first place. Isn't that right, Dumpster Dog?
Boy Joe.
Previously on Mr. Belvedere.
Hi, Dolores. Hi, Mr. Sparks.
Hello, dear.
I already told you I don't want no stupid pet.
Mr. Sparks, it'll be fun.
If I wanted something to stink up my room, I'd take Bukowski here.
Hey, Belvedere, now I've got it.
Well, don't give it to me.
I mean, Marshall's anniversary present. I finally found something that's real special and romantic.
Altoona Motor Lodge. Hourly rates available. My, that is romantic.
I never thought I'd say this, but I really miss him.
Miss who?
Oh, it's Mr. Sparks. Ever since Mrs. Bukowski died, all he does is sit in his room and look at old photographs, like his life is over, too.
Hey, remember the last time you surprised me like this?
Huh?
It was our honeymoon. He took me to this rat hole in Altoona. Oh, it was the worst.
I want to go to the movies. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, well, you're going to go somewhere whether you like it or not.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Fine. Take me to Atlantic City.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares? When you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door, no one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Hey, who ate the last scooter pie?
I did, so go to sleep.
Boy, you're as bad as Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he's going to kill me when he finds out we're doing this. Mr. Sparks, maybe this isn't such a great idea.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just Mr. Belvedere is going to report us missing, and the nurse at the home's going to say you're missing, and everybody's going to think we all kidnapped each other. And the police will put up roadblocks, and we're all going to die in a hell of hot lead, just like Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, we feel better.
Look on the bright side. At least we don't have to worry about Mom and Dad. They're off having a great time on their second honeymoon.
George, can I take the blindfold off now? I've been wearing it since Johnstown.
Just a couple of more steps. Surprise!
Oh, George, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, don't you recognize it? It's the Altoona Motor Lodge. We spent our honeymoon here.
Oh.
Oh, George. This is so cute. So, where are you really taking me?
What?
Well, we're not staying here, are we?
Yeah. Didn't you notice the complimentary coffee? I think they got bouillon, too.
You mean this is the big surprise I've been waiting for? Anguishing over? Fantasizing about? I mean, I was so excited about this trip, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and did my nails. If I'd known we were coming here, I just would have put dirt under them.
Oh, great. Hey, that's the thanks I get for trying to do something romantic. Joe Blow could have bought you a fur coat or diamonds or junk like that. I figured you'd love reliving our honeymoon.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Oh, well, fine. Then you get a six-pack and fall asleep in front of the TV, and I'll sit up all night and watch my ankles swell.
I was the one running all over town trying to satisfy your stupid cravings. You know what it's like trying to find gefilte fish in Altoona?
Well, if we'd stayed in a decent hotel with room service, I could have ordered my gefilte fish off the menu.
Yeah, well, we couldn't afford it then.
We can afford it now.
Fine, let's go someplace else.
Fine, where?
I don't know. I hear the YMCA in Harrisburg is pretty nice.
Wow, this is a really neat room.
Yeah, great. So what are we wasting time for? Let's go gamble.
Yeah, I'm with the kids.
You're not going anywhere, Wes.
Huh?
It's late. You're going to stay right here and go to bed.
What? Nobody sleeps in Atlantic City. Besides, I got a system.
So do I. Where's the bathroom?
Come on, Angela. Let's go next door and try on the dress as Mr. Sparks bought us. Okie dokie.
Hey, this isn't fair. It was my idea to kidnap him in the first place, and now you guys are ditching me.
Wes, you're too young to gamble.
So are you.
Anyway, we're not going to. Yeah, we're just going downstairs to look beautiful for Mr. Sparks.
Heather, he's old. He's not blind.
Go to bed.
What a stupid place for a mirror.
Well, this sure beats bingo in the therapy room, huh, girls?
Yeah. What do you want to start first, Mr. Sparks?
I don't know. Let me size up the action first. Huh? What are you two gawking at?
I happen to have a daughter their age.
Great. Send her over.
Mr. Sparks, you're going to get us all in trouble.
Yeah.
I thought we were in trouble already. That's right. I got to call Mr. Belvedere. I don't know what I'm going to tell him.
Tell him a dirty old man bought you a couple of low-cut dresses and dragged off to Sin City.
Well, at least you won't be worried. Something.
Come on, Blondie. Let's go roll some 7-Elevens.
Come on, Lynn. You promised me we'd go snorkeling.
No, Candy, I'm still catching some rays.
Pooh. I'll get it.
No, I'd better. It might be one of those annoying people who lives here. Careful, girl. You're carrying precious cargo. There we go.
Thank you.
Owen's residence. The big kahuna speaking. Oh, Heather. Where are you? It's late. What's that noise? That ding-ding-dinging. No, it does not sound like an ice cream truck. It sounds more like a slot machine. What do you mean, don't worry, we're not in Atlantic City? Heather? All right, Heather. Oh, hello, Mrs. Owens. What? Altoona didn't work out, so you're going where? To Atlantic City? Oh, my, what a lovely idea. Goodbye.
Problem, Poopsie?
That's the last time I go out with a Turkish exchange.
Kevin, thank God you're home.
You never told me you were having a party.
Forget about them. We're going to Atlantic City.
Huh? Why?
Well, it's rather a long story, but I'll explain it in the car.
What car? The stupid thing died on me on the way to the drive-in, along with my date.
How are we supposed to get there?
Well, we could always just stay here.
There must be someone I know who's on his way to Atlantic City.
On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are. "43 bottles of beer on the wall, 43 bottles of beer. Take one down and pass it around. 42 bottles of beer."
You know, Bob, we really appreciate you giving us this lift.
Forget it. One thing I don't quite understand. How did you know I was going off to Atlantic City?
I get your newsletter.
Right. So Atlantic City is one hell of a town. You ever been there, Kermit?
It's Kevin.
Oh, the girls, the glitter, the excitement of the games. I mean, you're still a gambling man, right, Len?
Oh, yes. You know what they say. Action is my middle name. I swear to you, Wesley, I'll never bet again. I swear to you, Wesley, I'll never bet again. Never bet again.
Stop.
Again.
Stop it.
Again. Leave me alone!
Hey, Marsh?
What?
Nothing. I just thought I saw Robert Goulet drive by and Kevin and Belvedere were with him. Belvedere was screaming.
Maybe he just saw the Altoona Motor Lodge.
Hello, front desk? Yeah, I'd like to complain about the movie you're showing on your adult channel. Nazi nurses behind bars. Yeah, well, there's supposed to be nudity, violence, and strong language. But all they've done for the past 20 minutes is yodel. I'm 11 and a half. Why? Boy, I can't believe it. Wesley T. Owens in the middle of Casino Row, and all I've done so far is eat. That's it, I'm going.
So, this should work out okay, huh, Marsh?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, George, here we are.
Oh.
Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is get some sleep.
You gotta be kidding. I'm gonna go gamble.
We'll just take a quick moment to freshen up, and then we'll start our search for your brother and sister.
What about that Keno girl? She winked at me.
$17 black. The gentleman and his nieces win again.
Oh, that's great, Mr. Sparks. But don't you think we better get going?
What do you mean we just got here? Besides, I haven't felt this lucky since I unloaded my Edsel. Come on, Blondie. Roll me over to the craps table.
Okay, I'll push you there, but I can't go in with you.
She actually starts to grow on you, doesn't she?
Here you go, kid.
Thanks.
You know, you can keep playing if you want to, but I'm going to have to start giving you the milk bottles.
That's okay, I'm done.
In that case, looks like I am, too.
Come on, I'll give you a hand with all that stuff. Unless you just like to trade places.
That's all right. I'm just doing this because they won't let me play in the casino.
Yeah, well, you better off. Those casinos ain't been too lucky for most people. Sure haven't been for me.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, ever since those damn places opened up, it's like the outside don't exist. I guess betting the quarter ain't that big a deal anymore. Anyway, I don't know about you, but this girl's got to get herself to bed. I got church tomorrow.
You're over 21, aren't you?
Yes? Why?
Oh, nothing. I just thought you might like to earn a little something extra. You know, for the collection plate.
Come on, baby. Papa needs a new pair of dentures. 11. Let it ride.
George, are you still here?
Not now, Marsh. This baby's about ready to pay off big.
One more time, and I need a 9. Blowing 'em, and away we go. 7 up. You lose. Oh, well. I quit. Got to save a little something for my old age anyway.
Gosh, it's almost 6 o'clock. We've been up all night.
Yeah, well, what do you want to do now?
Well, I think we should be getting back to Pittsburgh.
What am I going to do back there, sit around like a lump?
Mr. Sparks.
I want to see the ocean. Let's go out on the boardwalk and watch the sun come up over the old Atlantic, huh?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Whoa. Doing pretty good.
George!
Chilly out.
Yeah, but I love this place. My old man used to crank up the Model T, bring me and my 4 sisters here every summer, even during the Depression. I think he liked the beach even more than us kids.
You never told us you had 4 sisters.
I had 3 dogs, too. What's the difference? Right over there. That's where the Steel Pier used to be. I saw Tommy Dorsey's band play there with Frank Sinatra once. You two must have heard of him, huh?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he have a famous son?
Just keep pushing, sweetheart. Those were the days, all right. Diving horses, boxing kangaroos. Once I saw this beauty pageant. All the women dressed up like lobsters. God, it was a crazy, wonderful place.
But you had fun this time, too, didn't you, Mr. Sparks? I mean, you won a lot of money.
Right here. Right here I was with 2 gorgeous gals on maybe the best day of my life.
You mean Ginger and Peggy from that picture you showed us?
No, I don't mean them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you 2 dumbos.
Oh.
Cut it out now. You're going to get me arrested. Hey, mister. How about taking a picture?
Yeah, would you please?
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Thank you.
Come on, Mr. Sparks, we gotta get going. Dankeschön.
Yeah, all right, you girls. I'd like to stick here a minute, though. Why don't you take this? Get me some coffee and a bag of macaroons, huh?
Okay, but we'll be right back. Don't go away. Thank you. Hey, look, Heather, that guy looks just like Mr. Beetlejuice.
I am Mr. Beetlejuice.
Don't get mad, Mr. Belvedere. We were only going to take Mr. Sparks to the movies. But he wanted to come here, and the next thing we knew, we were dressed up like this and blowing on his dice. But the main thing is he had a really good time, and we're going to take him back to the rest home right this minute. So aren't you going to yell at us?
No. I'm afraid Mr. Sparks has passed away.
Huh? Well, what do you mean? He's sitting right over there. Yeah, we just got his coffee and macaroons and everything.
I'm sorry.
This is all our fault. We should never have brought him here.
Oh, I don't know. From the look of this, I'd say he's just where he wanted to be.
Marsh, you ready to go to the room?
In a minute, George. This baby's about to pay off.
Come on, Marsh, no. It's our anniversary. We haven't even been to bed yet.
Oh, we can sleep together next year.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Wesley, what are you doing here?
I'm not sure, but I'll give you $100 if you don't hit me.
Hey, there you are.
Kevin, did you bring him here?
Oh, no, he came with Heather and Angela. I came with Mr. Belvedere and Robert Goulet.
What? Well, here's your cut, sugar. I've got to get to church.
This really isn't as bad as it looks.
What the hell's going on around here?
Hey, George. Hi, Corbin. Hi, Marsh.
Hi.
Lynn was telling me in the car coming down here, this little anniversary thing of yours kind of got off to a bumpy start.
Yeah, that's true, Mr. Goulet.
Well, you know what I always say? Ain't no problem big enough or bad enough that you can't solve with a song. Now they say we're young, and we don't know. Won't find out till we grow. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back. At any rate, the Owens clan is on their way back to Pittsburgh. George and Marcia have kissed and made up and are bracing for another 20 years, while Wesley is facing a double punishment. Not only has he been grounded for his gambling, he must also donate his winnings to the substitute teacher's pension fund. As for Heather and Angela, although saddened by the loss of a friend, they can still take comfort in knowing that Mr. Sparks' last day was indeed a celebration. I only hope that when my time approaches, they'll be there to kidnap me. In the meantime, surf's up.
Mother unlocks the family secret for Peter on Hotel.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, what's pyridoxine hydrochloride?
Are you studying for a chemistry test?
No, I'm reading the cereal box. I thought you told me this stuff was all natural.
The box is.
Gotta go. See ya.
What, no breakfast?
No time. You're looking at the new dishwasher at the Phi Theta House.
What about Mr. Glucks?
Well, the sorority pays a quarter an hour more. And anyway, dishwashing doesn't take any brain power. Sort of like what you do. Oh, what I mean is, it's clean and quiet. I have a little time to myself to think about some important stuff. Maybe even plan my future.
And the fact that you'll be surrounded by gorgeous co-eds has nothing to do with your decision?
Mm-mm, not this time. The only hot water I'll be in will have dishes in it.
Good morning.
Good morning. How was the big country club dance?
Oh, great. After the first dance, George cut out to the caddy shack for some 5-card stud.
And when I won with a pair of threes, Stinky Pettigrew kicked me in the slats.
What were you doing all that time, Mom?
Being a wallflower.
Hey, you could have danced with somebody else.
I did. Dr. Green finally took me for a Mercy foxtrot.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I'm a lousy dancer.
Hey, maybe you guys could take lessons.
Oh, I'd love to, honey, but I don't think the Cincinnati kid would go for it.
Like, come on, Marsh. I'm no good at dancing, and besides, you can't make me.
Oh, that's a mature attitude.
I don't understand you, George. Dancing is one of the most intimate forms of human contact.
I guess you've never been high-sticked in a hockey game.
Couldn't you go by yourself? I mean, maybe the dancing school could get you a partner.
No, I feel funny about that. Why don't you take Mr. Belvedere? He's always bragging about how he can do everything.
I don't think so.
Hey, if it's a question of a couple of bucks, I could...
Really, George? Mrs. Owens doesn't need a paid escort. Why, any man would be proud to take dance lessons with her.
Would you?
I'd be delighted.
Hey, thanks, big guy. I appreciate that.
All right! It's Florida.
And you don't go until all the dishes are dry and put in cabinets. I am making myself clear?
Jawohl. I mean, yeah. I mean, yes, ma'am.
I am head cook here. These girls depend on me to sustain life. My kitchen must be clean, like operating room.
Gotcha.
The dishes must be washed in water, 200 degrees, no less.
Hot water.
And dishes must be dry like Sahara Desert, no streaks.
You'll be able to see yourself in them.
Good. I go now. But last and most useful information. If I catch you mixing up with any of the girls, I will tear your ear off and throw it over there.
Look, you don't have to worry about me. All I want to do is wash some dishes.
Did you go to the game? No, I stayed here and studied. Somebody has to keep the grades up in this place.
Emily, you are so unbelievably prosaic.
Oh, you must be the new dishwasher.
Yeah, I'm Kevin.
I'm Cindy. I'm a cheerleader. Hello, I guess.
Kevin, huh?
Yeah. Listen, I really can't be talking to you guys because Madam Schildkraut said...
Kevin, one more thing.
Oh, hi, listen, I wasn't mixing up with any of the girls. They just brought in their dishes.
Ladies, this is not the Berlin Zoo. Please stop staring and return to your rooms. Maybe you don't hear me so good.
No. I hear, see? 2 ears. Believe me. I hear. Fact.
Good. The work you do is not so bad.
Thank you.
Remember, never again with the girls. Otherwise...
I know.
You've got a nice butt.
What?
Your rear end. It's cute. In a sort of middle-class, bourgeois, Republican kind of way. I took my first dishwasher when I was 16. I was attending Swiss boarding school, and I sort of wandered into the scullery. He had dirty blonde hair. And when I saw his massive forearms just scrape the strudel from the white Wedgwood, a convulsive shudder shot through my whole being.
You don't say.
Take off your gloves.
I don't want to. Well, maybe just a little.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, you smell like wet clay. The earth. Dead leaves. You smell like the revolution.
Don't miss tomorrow night's feature. Bring me the head. of Gabby Hayes.
I'll be glad when this Sidekick Film Festival is over. Okay, kids, off the bed. Let's go. Hey, guys. So, how'd your first dance lesson go?
Oh, George, it was so much fun. We actually mastered the first steps of the tango.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, watch. Ready?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, what do you think?
Looks like the last tango at Hickory Farms to me.
Well, I had fun.
Actually, so did I. How about another turn around the living room?
Delighted. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Tanya, listen, last night was great, but I've got a sink full of suds.
Well, what are we waiting for?
No, I don't...
I'll leave.
No. Look, I'm working, okay?
Very well. Just remember, my little suds jockey, we're not finished yet.
So, how's it going?
Emily.
Right.
Okay, I guess. You know why I'm here, don't you?
Oh,
In the sorority, I mean. I really don't belong here.
Yeah, right.
The only reason they keep me here is because I raised the grade point average. You know the sorority picture in the dining room?
Yeah.
I'm not in it.
They wouldn't let you be in the picture?
Oh, I was standing there. I guess the film just didn't pick me up. Hi, I'm Cindy. I'm a cheerleader.
Did you mention that?
I see you two have a lot to talk about. You're not going to believe this.
You're right.
I just had a horrible fight with my boyfriend, Stanley.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, what I want to know is, should I keep his leather sweater, or should I just take it off right now? I will, you know.
Recipe of the month, chocolate soup.
Morning.
Whoa, morning, George. We could have used you in class last night when they were teaching the swim.
Now I gotta go to work. The fly casting expert drowned, so I'm the in-studio guest on Trout Fishing.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
See ya.
Bye, honey. So, what's for breakfast?
Your mother's favorite, the Belvedere dip.
You guys mind we eat in this room?
I'll make sure the dinner's early tonight so we won't be late for class.
You guys are going out again? You bet. Tonight we learn the final steps of the cha-cha. Oh, I gotta run.
Oh, don't forget your lunch, Marcia.
Oh, thanks, Lynn.
Cha-cha.
Marcia?
Lynn? Nah. Where have you been?
Detention. We're always on one.
Oh, nothing. Just our whole life's about to blow up in our faces, that's all.
Huh?
Read this.
Recipe for chocolate soup?
No, Dopey, read what's on the front.
Dear Abby, I am the housekeeper for a very large family. My problem is that I'm in love with my employer. I can't go on keeping my love a secret. What should I do? Signed, Confusion, California. So?
So, that means Mr. Belvedere is in love with Mom.
Heather, Mr. Belvedere isn't confused in California. He's bloated in Beaver Falls.
Well, why else would he have clipped it out?
I don't know.
Well, all I know is we gotta do something.
Look, Hev, don't you think you're jumping to conclusions?
Love is a many splendid thing. It's the April rose that always grows in the early spring.
can't believe this is happening.
I will not go to the wedding. They can't make me.
What wedding?
When Mom dumps Dad and marries Mr. Belvedere.
Wow, that could really happen. They could even have kids. I could wind up with a baby butler as a brother.
Calm down.
You want to spend every Friday night babysitting a fat kid with a mustache?
Oh, you're right. We gotta stop this thing.
How?
We gotta make Mom fall in love with Dad again and fix it so she doesn't like Mr. Belvedere.
Hey, guys.
Making Mr. Belvedere look bad won't be too hard. But making Dad look good is going to be a killer.
Oh, hi.
Emily,
Got a minute?
Yeah, why?
I've composed a poem. I'm sure you don't want to hear it.
No. Sure, I would.
Up to you. Spaceman by Joseph Bronte. That's my nom de plume. Spaceman. 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 Can you hear me, Spaceman? The department store won't sell me any knives without your approval, Spaceman. Spaceman. Sometimes I wonder if you're listening, Spaceman. If you're still out there, Spaceman. Grandma and Grandpa said to say, hi.
That was very profound.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Not on my floor.
I gave Stanley back his letter sweater, and now he says if I break up with him, he's gonna tell the whole football team that I'm easy.
Cindy, just tell him to go take a hike.
Oh, God, you're deep.
Oh, sorry, Emily, I forgot you were here.
Oh, that's okay. I get a lot of that.
You sure Mr. Belvedere won't be back until real late?
Yeah, I just sent him out for a pound of gummy kittens.
Of course, there's no such thing as gummy kittens.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that.
This is great. Mom and Dad will be totally alone. We'll have a nice romantic dinner and fall in love all over again.
Hi, kids.
Hey, Mom.
Ooh, what's all this?
We made a special dinner just for you and Dad, because you haven't seen each other a lot lately.
Oh, how sweet. Where's Mr. Belvedere?
Out. Come on, Mom. Sit down.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Daddy.
I can't believe it. Larry the weatherman got struck by lightning, so they're sending me to do a remote from the golf course. I'm going to take my rubber booties. Oh, see ya. Hey, what are you doing, Wes?
Nothing.
I-beam cologne, guaranteed to drive women up a skyscraper.
It's just when you tucked me in last night, your neck smelled a little off.
George, guess what? They're having a ballroom dance competition in Harrisburg, and the class has elected Lynn and me to represent Beaver Falls.
Hey, that's terrific.
Yeah. Well, if we go, we'd have to stay overnight. Is that okay?
It's fine with me.
Oh, thanks, honey.
You know, if you shared a room, you'd save money.
Fine, then we're off tomorrow to Harrisburg.
No. You can't.
Mom was supposed to take us both to get root canals.
Oh, don't worry, I'll have her back by next month.
You've got to get out of here.
Tell me about it.
I told Stanley to take a hike, just like you said. Now he said he's going to come over here and make mincemeat out of you. Which is really strange, because Stanley's a vegetarian. But I think that you should probably run anyway.
Cindy, will you get out of here?
Yes, Cindy, please leave now. So, my little bubble meister, you've been avoiding me. Tell me you've been slumming with the proletariat.
Who are you calling a proletariat? I'm a Methodist. I am obsessed with you. I think my feelings could best be expressed through interpretive dance.
No, just leave me alone. Let's talk about
Who are you telling to take a hike?
Oh, God!
I'm going to take you downtown and dress you like a rabbit.
I thought you were going to make mincemeat of me. You told. All right, hold it. Now, get away from me, you stupid pig animal. And Emily, stop doing that. Now, Tanya, you can take your phony socialism and your hyper hormones and stick them in a Siberian rat hole. And Cindy, you already said that! You were all sick. You're selfish, and you're demented. And Emily, you can't write and you can't dance. But you're smarter than all these people. And you have a soul. But you let them push you around. Now either push back or get the hell out of here.
Thank you. I will.
You've all got serious problems. Now all I know is I'm not the solution. I've had it. Now, get out of my kitchen.
Ich weiß nicht, du kleiner Dummkopf! I'm gonna tear your ear off!
And as for you, Brunhilde, why don't you just climb back in your bunker?
No, I never talked to Madame Schulkratz in such a tone!
Well, it's about time somebody did.
Yes, it is. I want more. You will talk more in the same, yeah? Oh, mein dishwasher. Oh, for you, I will take off my hair.
No!
It's not dishwasher.
Well, we're off to Harrisburg.
Hey, you guys look dynamite.
Dad looks nice, too.
Well, have a good time. Break a leg.
Mom, Dad, this may not be the time to tell you this, but I found out today that I'm pregnant.
What?
And I decided to become a rabbi. All right, you two. What's going on around here?
Now, you guys been acting pretty squirrely lately.
What do you mean?
I mean, yesterday you said you were coming down with smallpox.
Yes, and this morning I found all my underwear tied together in knots.
It's a science project. We're trying to make the equator.
It would seem someone doesn't want us to go to Harrisburg.
Why not?
Because you and Mr. Belvedere are going out to have an affair, and Dad's too dumb to see it.
Not. See what?
Then Mom and Mr. Belvedere are falling in love.
What are you guys talking about? All we're doing is having fun.
Oh, yeah? Then explain this.
Oh, my chocolate soup recipe. I wonder where it had gone.
You mean you didn't write to dear Abby?
Certainly not. In fact, she often writes to me.
Funny. Mom, you and Dad never spend any time together anymore. You're always out every night dancing with Mr. Belvedere. And Dad, can't you see what could happen?
Huh?
Come on, Dad, look at her. She's young-ish, she's blonde-ish.
Yeah, look at him. He's older, he has an accent, and he's desperate.
Look, nothing has ever happened between me and your mother.
How could you kids ever think that I would have an affair with Mr. Belvedere? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you.
I mean, we're just very good friends, right?
Of course.
I mean, we may have enjoyed dancing together.
Mm-hmm. And had a few laughs.
Shared a little wine.
And had some sore toes.
Hey, hold on a minute, Twinkle Toes. You're not waltzing my wife off to Harrisburg or anyplace else.
George.
Look, I wouldn't worry, George. If Mrs. Owens and I are guilty of anything, it's just finding that we have more in common than Wesley's delinquency.
Look, Marcia, I know I'm not the most romantic guy in the world, and I promise to try harder. It's just I love you so much, I don't ever want to lose you.
George, I love you too. Okay?
No hard feelings, okay, Mr. Belvedere?
None. In fact, I haven't felt so threatening to a marriage since I worked for Liz and Dick.
Are you guys still going off to Harrisburg?
Why, honey? You're not still worried about it.
No, it's just, if you are, I think I better put the air back in the tires.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Kevin has returned to Mr. Cluck's and has even been promoted to manager in charge of neck roasting. Still badly shaken by his time in the sorority, he finds he'd rather have his hands in batter than dishwater. As for George, his new interest in dance has thrilled Wesley and Heather and surprised the heck out of Marcia. He's even hired a private tutor to show him the latest steps.
Ready for my dance lesson, big guy?
In a minute, George. Thank God for shin guards.
Wesley, don't answer that.
Hello, Hortense.
Wesley's jumped off the garage.
I'll see to it. Goodbye, Hortense.
Well?
Mrs. Hufnagel claims that Wesley was using Grandma Hufnagel's shawl for parachuting off the garage roof.
Wesley Owens, you could have been killed.
Not really. Grandma Hufnagel was sleeping one off on the lawn and she broke my fall.
You go up to your room and don't come down till I tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
And while you're at it, I want you to write that valedictory speech for your graduation.
Come on, Mom. Just because I got the best grades in school, why do I have to write a speech about it?
To be named 6th grade valedictorian is a great honor, and I'm proud of you.
Great, then maybe you should write it.
Don't you sass me, mister!
Kevin, you're home early. I thought you had a date with Cindy.
You won't believe it, Mr. Belvedere. It was incredible. Suddenly we started trembling. The car was vibrating. The whole earth was tossing and turning.
Cindy must be quite a girl.
Huh? No, I saw a UFO. You know, like a flying saucer. See, we were parked up on Lookout Mountain, and I looked up and I saw this big, round, silver thing with little rotating lights.
Well, perhaps it was an airplane or a helicopter. Maybe it was a blimp.
Hey, I know a blimp when I see one. I mean, you know what I mean.
So, what do you think, big guy?
I think those sacks look better on the potatoes.
We're in training for Father Dad Olympics at school.
And you're practicing for the Guess My Lower Extremities competition?
It's a sack race, Belvedere.
Yeah, I put pink fringe on mine.
Yeah, and I got blue because I'm a guy.
I'll call Bellevue. They're running a 2-for-1 special.
Don't listen to him, kitten. He'll change his tune once we win the wheelbarrow race. Ready?
Okay. You get the door.
Greetings, Earthling.
Mr. Belvedere, looking for that spaceship. I think I finally located the Big Dipper.
Oh?
Yeah, take a look.
Kevin, those are the Hufnagel's Christmas lights. They never took them down.
Go ahead, make fun. But you'll feel different when I make contact with aliens and I'm on the cover of Time.
Just keep that thing pointed away from Fifi Hufnagel's window, or else you'll be doing time.
I mean, I can't believe we got talked into going to the stupid graduation dance. It's for geeks.
Don't worry. I got a few tricks up my sleeve that'll keep things jumping. All right.
Mrs. Owens is ready to drive you gentlemen to the party.
We're all set.
Any progress on the valedictory speech?
It's on the table.
Good evening, ladies and germs.
Well, it's a start.
It's finished.
Oh, man, it's even geekier than I thought.
Quick, give me a chunk.
Calm down, Miles. There's a time and a place for everything.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Principal Hodges.
Let me make something clear, Owens. I may have to let you come to this dance, and I may have to let you be valedictorian, but that doesn't mean I have to like you.
May I say, sir, that those hair implants have taken beautifully.
Don't kiss up to me, Owens. It won't help. I'm watching you.
Well, let's go see what the guys do. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Anybody interested in a little action? Yeah? Like what? Like a toad in the punch bowl. Ah, come on, Wes. Get real.
That's kids stuff.
But this room is full of girls. Don't you want to bug them?
Hi, guys. Hello, Wesley.
What do you want, rat face?
Oh, Wesley. You've called me that since kindergarten. Don't you think it's about time you use my real name?
Okay, what do you want, barf brain?
Wesley T. Owens, you are gross.
Yeah, get with the program. I'll dance with you, Roberta.
Okay. Fine. Let's get out of here.
Oh, Roberta looks kind of cute. What? Oh, nothing. Looks like it's toad time, and this is the place. Cover me.
Young people, the refreshment table is now open. I'm sure we're all grateful to our hard-working cafeteria staff for this lavish spread of sponge cake and punch. Yes, well, we'll enjoy yourselves. But please, one trip only.
Have some punch, Roberta. It has quite a kick. Toad! It's a joke. I'm just making everybody laugh.
Mr. Owens, the kindergarten party is down the hall. Perhaps you'd be more comfortable there.
No, I'll stay here.
Then stop acting like such a spaz.
Why don't you just take your stupid old toad and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't want to come to this party anyway. Come on, let's go, Miles. I'm going to stay here. Huh? Why? I want to dance. Fine, who cares? I'm getting out of here.
While you're at it, why don't you grow up? Yeah.
All right, Wesley. What have you done?
Nothing.
You've been away less than an hour. Did the police raid the dance?
No, I just missed you.
Oh, it's worse than I thought. Was there a fatality?
Yeah, my toad.
What was the cause of death?
Island punch.
Aloha.
Mr. Belvedere, do you think I'm childish?
Actually, demented is the word I like to use.
They threw me out, Mr. Belvedere. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am a jerk.
Of course you are. But don't worry, you'll do better next time.
There ain't gonna be a next time. If everyone wants me to grow up, that's what I'm gonna do. Starting tomorrow, I'm a new man.
And I was just beginning to outwit the old one.
Close the door! Well, that's the first time I ever saw a dog with a fin on his back.
When you ripped that fence post out of the ground and started chasing you, I thought you were a goner.
Well, sit down. You'll feel better with a little breakfast under your sweats.
Oh, can't. We got to do one more mile before I go to school. Ready, Dad?
Right behind you, kitten. Yeah. Well, let's go out the front.
Gee, I hope George isn't overdoing this training thing.
Yes, he did look dog-tired.
Morning, all. Hi, honey.
Gee, don't you look nice. Is there something special at school today?
No, except we have a new substitute teacher, and I just want to make a good impression. Honey, are you feeling all right? Never better.
Would you like some breakfast? We have cocoa crunches.
Not really, that's for kids. I think I'll just grab a cup of coffee on the way in. Bye, all.
David, what are you doing? It's the middle of the night.
Research.
Oh, yes, of course. Vixens from Venus is the last word in authenticity. Don't you think this alien lunacy's gone far enough?
Look, it's not lunacy, it's fact.
Oh, regardless, it's ruining your health and interfering with your studies.
Are you kidding? I've never studied harder.
Chariots of the gods, communion, men who hate aliens, and the women who love them.
This one's got pictures. See? There have actually been cases where human males have made love to alien women.
Oh, it happens every day.
Yeah, look at this. A Peruvian farmer was plowing a field late at night, and all of a sudden, he was caught in a beam of light from the sky. A beautiful alien woman came down and,
Plowed his field?
Yeah. And if it can happen in Peru, it can happen in Pittsburgh.
Hello, George.
Hi, Belvedere. Did you know there are 3 Fritos, a set of car keys, and a Chocodile under the stove?
I know, that's where I keep them. May I ask what you're doing?
I wrecked my back practicing for the wheelbarrow race. I figured this might help.
I see.
I thought that father-daughter thing was going to be a bunch of fake girl sports. Some of those kids are killers.
Oh.
I took a hit in dodgeball when I made a soprano out of a shorter girl.
Why don't you just tell Heather you're not up to it?
No, this is important. The little girl's growing up. Pretty soon she'll be married to some dirtbag husband, and I'll never see her. Maybe my last time to do some special stuff with her.
George, you're going to have to let go sooner or later. But not right now.
Belvedere! Belvedere! Hey, get me off this thing, will you?
Good afternoon, all.
Hello.
Hi, Annie. You're home from school awfully late. Did you have detention?
No, a meeting at the Dairy Queen. Possible distribution deal for the school paper.
Honey, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Now that you mention it, I was wondering if I could give a party here.
Party?
Nothing fancy, just a casual little get-together with a few of the right kids. Make some contacts, do a little networking.
Well, sure. Hey, we could have ice cream and little hats and, hey, maybe even a clown.
Let me get back to you on that. I'm gonna go make some Postum and wheat thins.
He's sick, isn't he?
The Hofnagels must think so. They've just taken their house off the market.
I'm worried about him, Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, I assure you, Mrs. Owens, that underneath that 3-piece suit, there beats the heart of a potential felon. Can I help you?
Yes. Bob Kincaid, Mutual of Pittsburgh. Someone here called about buying some long-term life insurance.
No?
That's for me. And lastly, of course, is the threat of economic retaliation. And that, in a nutshell, is why I think we can't afford any more trade embargoes.
Rumaki, anyone?
Hey, this is liver.
Well, it wasn't my idea.
And there's cottage cheese for any of you young ladies who might be watching your weight.
I'll be in the kitchen. If you need anything, just whistle. You do know how to whistle, don't you? Maybe not.
Hi, Wesley.
Roberta, glad you can make it. Won't you come in?
Thanks. But no more tow trucks, okay?
I wouldn't think of it.
Oh.
Hey, Wes, can't we play a game or something?
Now that you mention it, we do have enough hands here for a canasta tournament.
Never mind.
Miles, my man, you're looking razor sharp.
Hi, guys.
Bob, I'd like you to meet a pal of mine. Bob Kincaid, Miles Nomnoster.
Bob Kincaid, Mutual of Pittsburgh. Say, your folks have a dental plan?
Hey, Belvedere, what kind of kid's party is this?
A bad one.
Who's the guy in a cheap polyester suit?
Insurance salesman. Mutual pain in the whatever.
Hi. How's the party going?
It's the worst. I've seen kids have more fun waiting to get a tetanus shot.
And so we learned that Sudbury, Ontario is the nickel capital of North America.
Wesley Owens, this is the most boring party in the history of the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to the mall.
Yeah, this is Dullsville. I'll drive.
Where is everybody going? We've still got 15 pounds of rumaki.
Forget it. The party was a disaster. Even the insurance guy left.
Oh, it wasn't so bad. I came away with a full medical plan.
What am I supposed to do, Mr. Belvedere? When I act like a kid, everyone laughs. And when I act grown up, everyone leaves.
Well, maybe you should stop acting.
Huh?
Wesley, life is a series of cycles. Your childhood was cycle 1, and now you're entering cycle 2.
You make me sound like an old dog.
Wesley, I never thought I'd bring myself to be able to say this, but you've got to be yourself.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Wes.
What's the matter? Was the mall closed?
Wes, we came back because we kind of feel bad about what happened.
Yeah, right.
Wesley, when I told you to grow up, I just meant act a little more your age.
We're still your friends, no matter how dopey you act.
Well, we sure don't act like it.
I know it sounds strange, Wes, but I think the kids are sincere.
Thanks, Bob.
You bet.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. We need you.
Huh? Tomorrow is graduation. If we're gonna do something truly wicked to Principal Hodges, we've got to have your help.
Forget it, I can't.
You can't? The greatest criminal mind in the history of the school? Can't?
Nope.
Wait a minute. Is this the legendary Wesley Owens who set fire to the custodian's back hair? The boy who glued Miss Steckler's wedgies to the floor? The criminal genius who hid a dead fish in the detention hall radiator? The Wesley Owens who's going to lead us kids in the greatest prank in the history of Chester Conklin Elementary School?
Yes! Yes! I'm that Wesley Owens, and I'll do it! Okay.
Gee, it's a good thing we got here early. The place is really filling up.
Well, you wouldn't think so many teachers would show up for Wes's graduation.
Give the people what they want, and they'll turn out.
So, did you go over Wes's speech?
No, he told me you did it. Have you seen it, Mr. Belvedere?
No, all that Wesley said was that he'd prepared something special.
Maybe we better map out the nearest exit.
And thank you, orchestra, for that unique rendition of Slaughter on 10th Avenue. And now, parents and friends, we come against my better judgment to that portion of the ceremonies in which the valedictorian will read his address. This year's valedictorian, Wesley T. Owens, has been responsible for more teacher overtime hours than any student in our history. It is with trepidation that I give you Wesley Owens.
Thank you, Principal Hodges. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to welcome you to our graduation. Being named valedictorian is a very great honor, but it would not have been possible without the fine education offered here at Chester Conklin Elementary School. An education of mind and of heart, for here we have learned not only to be ourselves, but to be the best selves we can possibly be. As we face an uncertain future, we can do so with full hearts, knowing that we come away from this place with the knowledge that will guide us through the shoals and rapids that lay ahead. Thank you all.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Well, in that case, I guess I can release the SWAT team. Now, if everyone will join me in singing the school song.
And while we're at it, you're grounded for the summer.
You will not leave your room except for meals and trips to the bathroom. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You're just plenty lucky Principal Hodges was a county cartwheel champion. You might have sued us.
I know. But you gotta admit, it was a great prank.
I'd give it 4 stars.
I sprained my ankle.
Oh, I knew you shouldn't have gotten involved in those fool races.
Well, he didn't hurt himself in a race.
Huh?
Well, I was so excited to be there, I caught my foot on a seatbelt restraint and fell out of the car.
Honey, this is hurt?
Not as much as my pride. I'm sorry, kitten. I wanted to be a hero and win you a bunch of medals.
Well, that's okay, Dad. It's like you always taught me. It's not whether you win or lose, but how you get out of the car. Besides, we didn't come away empty-handed. We won the medal for the tug-of-war.
Oh, how did you manage that?
Hello, all.
Careful, or you'll draw harmonicas. Kevin, don't you think it's time that you gave up this quest for intergalactic romance and got back to normal life?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just, once you've seen something that spectacular, you want to see it over and over. More than that, you want to be part of it.
I know. I felt that way the first time I saw Ursula Andress. Kept some dinner in the oven.
Oh, no, thanks. Cindy invited me over to her place, and she said I can have anything I want.
Sounds like a good offer.
Yeah. See ya.
Hey, Slim, you busy?
Please, I have enough problems down here. Intergalactic twit. Things have finally quieted down here in the Owens household. George has hobbled off to bed, proud to know that in Heather's heart, he is still a winner. Wesley sleeps off the first night of his month sentence in his room. I think it will take 3 days to get the smile off his face. Kevin, having given up the pursuit of UFOs, has returned to campus and the study of other heavenly bodies. I, on the other hand, have developed a great fondness for extraterrestrials. After all, anyone who calls me slim can't be all bad.
Hey now, Hawk here. Big Bisc. I've only got 10 seconds to advise you to catch Spencer for hire tomorrow. Advising is what I do best. Watch.
Sunday at 7, the world's most extraordinary couple has returned. Alan and his mermaid wife, Madison, in the all-new Splash 2.
Let me help. Oh, thanks, Ed. You know, Mom, this was the best Christmas ever. Really? Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. We were all together, trimming the tree, singing Christmas carols. Dad didn't even make us watch Perry Como's Christmas in Cambodia.
It was nice.
So do I have to see you guys on New Year's, too? What? Well, I was hoping I could have a party here. I mean, without you or Dad or anyone else hanging around.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Well, there won't be that many people, and there won't be any sex or drugs either, because everyone's too afraid to do that stuff anymore.
Well, your father and I were invited to a fondue party at Skip's.
Oh, come on, Mom.
Well, okay, honey.
Great. Can you take him with you? Huh? Mom's letting me have a party here on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah? So can I have one too?
No.
It'd be good for me. Mr. Belvedere says I need to work on my social skills in case the FBI doesn't give me a new identity.
All right, here's the deal. You two can have a party here together.
What?
Yeah, Heather, you can invite some of your friends, and Wes, you can have some of yours. I know you're both mature enough to work on this together.
Right, Mom. Okay, so at the store we gotta get potato chips, bean dip, paper hats for my friends, paper bags for your girlfriends, noisemakers, balloons, and cherry Kool-Aid.
Hey, this is supposed to be a sophisticated party. We're not going to drink Kool-Aid.
Well, we need sun to mix with the vodka. I'm kidding. It's just to fill up the balloons.
Hello, children.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, can you think of anything else we need for our New Year's party?
Yes, earplugs for me.
But you're not going to be here.
Yeah, it's New Year's. Your Mambo Club always has a party down on the wharf.
Oh, I'm afraid it was discontinued after last year.
Huh?
Things got a little wild. Our conga line got out of control and injured 5 stevedores.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere. Do you really want to start the new year with people like us?
Certainly. Then I'll know the rest of the year can't get any worse.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Hey, Ma.
Hi,
Listen, do we have any vitamin C or anything?
What's the matter? Are you coming down with something?
I don't know, but I'm not going to be sick on New Year's Eve.
Ooh, you're burning up. Just a second.
Oh, no, Mom, look. I'm just going to take a few of these, and then I'll be...
Yeah, this is a friend of Mr. Belvedere's. He's too shy, so he asked me to ask you if you want to go out with him on New Year's Eve. I found your name in his little black book. Aren't you Donna King? Oh, you're Donut King. Sorry.
It's almost 103.
It's not so bad.
I'm surprised you're not delirious. Come on, young man. You march yourself right upstairs and get to bed.
I don't even live here anymore.
Well, I don't care. If you keep running around in this weather with a fever, you'll wind up with pneumonia.
Hello, Kevin.
Oh, Mr. Belvedere, would you please fix up Kevin's room? He's going to be needing it.
But I was promised once they left, the children weren't allowed back anymore.
He's only going to be here till he gets better.
Oh, come on.
Upstairs.
Yes, Mommy.
Oh, well, can you wait till after New Year's to get your hip replaced? Yeah, I understand. Thanks.
So?
I can't find anybody.
Oh, well, if we don't find him a date quick, we're going to be stuck with him.
Hey, how about Broomhilda? You know, the Huffnagel's new housekeeper? She's not too old, and she's got that snotty look Mr. Belvedere likes.
Oh, yeah. But how are we going to get them together?
Oh, I think I can arrange that. If anyone asks, I've been with you for the last 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes? Then I can assume it wasn't a bank job.
I didn't do anything. I know you're in there, you little beast.
That doesn't sound like the Avon lady. Can I help?
Your son sprayed me with a garden hose.
Call him my son again, and I'll spray you myself. It's just that I'm not the boy's father, thank heaven. But regardless, I'm sure it was an accident. Right, Wesley?
Aren't you going to introduce yourself?
Oh, I am sorry.
home.
I am Lynn Belvedere. I'm the Owens housekeeper.
Oh, yes, it's Schumacher. I just started working with the Hognagels.
How do you do? As I was saying, I'm sure the lad didn't mean to do it.
Oh, yes, he did. He's a spiteful little hooligan, and I wouldn't mind giving him a good throttling.
Hey, sounds like you two have a lot in common.
What's that mean?
Oh, nothing. Just that I detest him, too. And now, Wesley, I believe you have something to say to Miss Schumacher.
You, Mambo?
Your father and I are leaving for the party now.
Hey, Mom, what is all this stuff?
Oh, well, sometimes Mr. Belvedere uses this as sort of a punishment room. You know, when your brother's been bad. Anyway, what are you doing out of bed? And where is this heater off?
No, Mom, it's 98 in here. And that vaporizer's giving me jungle rot.
Do you want to get better or don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I know it's no fun being stuck in on New Year's Eve, but you don't want this to get worse, do you?
Yeah.
All right, I made this for you.
Mom, I'm 20 years old. I don't drink hot cocoa anymore.
Sorry.
Here, give it to me.
It'll keep you nice and warm inside.
You used to put marshmallows in it.
I'll be right back.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere. I don't think she's so bad.
Fine. Then you go out with her.
So I hear you got a hot date with Hazel over at the Huffnagels. What are you two going to do? Vacuum in the new year?
That's it. I'm not going.
Hey, come on, big guy. I'm sorry.
That must be her.
Get it. I've changed my mind.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere.
This is ridiculous. Why should I go out with a perfect stranger so you two bunco artists can make a mess that I'll have to clean up?
Hello?
Well, as long as she's here. Shall we?
I'm sorry I'm so tall.
Oh, that's okay, I guess.
This is the most humiliating experience of my life.
I'm sure you'll have worse.
Why didn't you invite some girls your age?
I don't know. I don't see any boys your age.
They all left when they saw your geeky friends. May I?
So my pediatrician says I'm not through growing.
That's great. Excuse me. Isn't it midnight yet?
Don't worry, you'll know when it is.
Why, you're not doing anything gross or disgusting, are you?
Hey, relax. If you'll excuse me, I have to go check on the frogs.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm Cindy.
I'm Kevin, and I'm no longer contagious.
Oh, you're Heather's big brother, right?
Uh-huh. So, if you want, maybe we could go back up to my room and share a bottle of NyQuil,
Oh, okay, everybody. It's almost midnight. Is everybody ready?
I know I am.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One frog?
He's just faster than the rest.
Well, the living room's still here. That's more than I expected.
The house looks fine. You said it would be a disaster area.
Oh, they only cleaned it to irritate me.
I had a very good time tonight. I never had Egyptian food before.
Yes, I thought you looked rather worried when the waiter said 1 hump or 2.
Anyhow, I really should be going.
No?
Well, it's almost 2, and I have to be up early to fix breakfast at the Hofnagels.
I find that a community trough is good enough for the Owens family. While you walk me home, I'll walk you home.
Hey.
Happy New Year, Dad.
Give me that.
And your father's feeling a bit under the weather this morning.
You mean he tied one on last night?
Mm-hmm.
So is the car in the Hufnagel's pool again?
No, because I was the designated driver.
So, how'd your shindig go?
Great. Yeah, Wesley was a designated moron.
More French toast for anyone?
Yeah, it's quite a spread, big guy.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere, you really didn't have to make fresh apple juice.
Oh, once you've climbed the tree, the rest is easy.
I'm done.
Oh, thank you, Wesley.
So what's with you, Mr. Belvedere? I've never seen you in such a good mood before.
Well, I'm usually not when you're around. Just kidding. You're a delightful little scamp.
I think he had one ho-ho too many.
Well, I trust everyone kicked off their new year in good style.
Yeah.
So how about you, Mr. Belvedere? How was your date?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Morgan.
Oh, morning, Elsa.
I lost an earring here last night, probably under the cushion on the couch.
Probably. I mean, the usual for me.
Yes, Kevin.
You know, you tell me I should stay in bed, and then when I call you, you don't come.
I'm sorry, honey. Is there something you want?
I'm through with that.
Kevin, aren't these all your old things?
Oh, yeah, I found all this stuff in my closet. Pretty neato, huh?
Yeah, but, Kevin, you're not going to be here that long.
Hey, Mom, take my temperature. I think it went way, way up.
Kevin, I took it 20 minutes ago. It was the same.
Well, I'm bored.
Well, there must be something you can do, some schoolwork or something.
Yeah, but it hurts my eyes when I try and read.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel much better in the morning.
Well, you could read to me.
What?
Well, like you used to. Remember?
Yeah, sure. All right, what'll it be? European history or abnormal psychology?
No, this one.
The Cat in the Hat?
By Dr. Seuss.
Do you have any idea how late it is?
Why? Am I being grounded?
I think we need to talk.
I'll have a nice chat. I'm going to sleep.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere.
Very well.
We want to know what's going on between you and Miss Sexmacher.
It's Schumacher.
Look, you've been missing meals, staying out at all hours, doing God knows what. You've got us all worried sick.
I'm sure Miss Schumacher's real nice, but maybe you're going a little too fast, getting too involved with her.
Yeah, we think you should start seeing other housekeepers, too.
Look, both of you, I'm deeply touched by your concern. But I'm a grown man, and I can handle these things fine by myself.
I can assume then you're taking precautions?
What exactly do you mean by that?
I'm not sure, but I hear they're very important.
Good night, children.
Hey, watch this. Depth charge. Dive, dive.
That's great, Kev.
Wednesday, finish your eggs. You'll be late for school.
Okay.
More maple, Master Kevin?
Sure. I don't have to go to school because I'm sick.
Yes, we know.
Wesley, you little creep. No,
What a lovely view.
Thank you.
I mean, the woods. The very sun bounces off the empty branches.
Oh, yes, lovely.
So, I thought we could go to the drive-in again, like last night.
Oh, have they changed the movie already?
Does it matter?
Actually, I have been spending a little too much time away from my duties.
Oh, I know, me too. It's just that we have so much fun together. We seem to like the same things. It's not too often you find somebody you wouldn't mind spending the rest of your life with.
Yes. Well, I better get on with my raking.
Okay. What about coming over later? The Hofnagels are going to an NRA meeting. We could have the whole house to ourselves.
I'd love to. But I'm not really sure the Owens would let me.
Can't you just sneak off? They can't be watching you every minute.
Set the dinner table, please.
Sure.
If you like, I'll take you down to the mall after dinner.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. We can go and see that horror film based on your memoirs.
Aren't you going over to the Hofnagels tonight?
No, Wesley.
Why not?
Actually, I may not be seeing Miss Schumacher as frequently as before.
Oh, she dumped you, right?
I simply decided we were getting a little too involved and that we should slow down a bit.
Didn't a certain somebody already tell you that very same thing?
Yes. But he was a little smack-faced toad, so I didn't listen.
So did she take it okay?
Yeah, quite well. It's a good lesson for you, Wesley. How to handle a delicate situation in a mature and straightforward manner.
Lynn!
Oh, God, hide me.
I thought you told me.
I left a note.
Hide in the basement.
No, that's the coward's way.
Oh, Lynn!
See you later.
Is Mr. Belvedere here?
Oh, no, he was deported this morning.
Hey, Wes. Miss Sexmacher. Where's Belvedere?
Remember, Dad? Those two guys came and dragged him back to England.
Huh?
Remember? Something about a couple wives back in Bristol?
Oh, yeah, them.
I don't understand.
I haven't gone anywhere, Ilsa.
Hey, she was buying it.
I appreciate your moronic attempt to protect me. But I should handle this myself.
Come on, Wes.
I see you got my little note.
Yes.
What's the suitcase for?
Sir Hofnagels fired me.
I'm sorry.
He said I was seeing too much of you.
Oh.
I'm so stupid. I was actually glad when he did it. I thought you'd say you'd quit too, and we'd go off to Maine or someplace and open a little bed and breakfast.
Sounds very nice.
Then why not? We could do it. I have some money saved.
Else I can't.
Oh.
I promised the Owens that I would stay with them at least until Wesley went off to college or the penitentiary.
I guess they understand.
The fact is, I'm rather set in my ways. And I'm not looking for a long-term relationship with anybody.
I see.
It's just that every New Year's, my youth becomes a more distant memory. For a moment, you made me feel young and vibrant and alive. But now I'm exhausted.
Thank you. Well, I've got a bus to catch.
However, I'm certain that someday, somewhere, we'll see each other again.
Sure. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Hi, Mom. Hey, where's my hot cocoa?
Downstairs in the jar.
What are you doing?
Packing your clothes.
What for?
We want you out.
But I'm still sick.
Tough.
Oh, that's real nice.
Kevin, I don't know what's happened, but ever since you've been in here, you have turned into a bratty little 14-year-old.
Oh, yeah? I mean, I guess it's all that children's cough syrup.
Oh, look, honey, I know how nice it feels to be protected and not have to worry about school or finals or reality.
Yeah, and I guess it was nice having somebody take care of me, just like they used to.
I guess I forgot how nice that was, too.
Well, I'll just pack my stuff up.
Sure, honey.
I just want to finish one more chapter.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, no, Mama. You don't have to read to me anymore.
Anything for my little baby. Rex felt his insides begin to throb as Jennifer let drop her lace negligee to
Finish Dr. Zeus.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
As of this writing, Kevin's temperature, along with his IQ, has returned to normal. Sometimes I'm not sure which is higher. As for my lapse into adolescence, I've just received a postcard from Ilsa. She's invited me up to Portland to enjoy her new bed and breakfast. I might try the breakfast, but I'm not too sure about the other. Well, another new year is underway. The Colonials have a new president. Wesley has some new hormones. And the world in general is bumping along. But the most important thing is, I'm still here. I'll drink to that.
Later tonight on Nightline, the death of Japan's Emperor Hirohito, from divine ruler to figurehead. One question plagued him to the end.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Do I know you?
Probably not. Mom, this is James Montgomery. You know the little boy I babysit for on the weekends?
Oh, yes. It's very nice to meet you, James.
The pleasure's all mine, ma'am.
A well-mannered child in this kitchen. I must call Ripley's.
James' mom was called out of town, so I told her he could stay with us for the next week.
Oh, that's nice, dear. What?
Oh, it'll be all right. I promise. I'll feed him and everything.
Heather, a young man requires a little more care than a stray puppy.
Or in Wesley's case, a rabid jackal.
You really should have discussed this with Dad and me first.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. I'm sure James is a polite young man. If not, we can always tie him under the porch and feed him table scraps.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent the Happy Guys of Pittsburgh.
Helping others happily. That's our motto.
Well, you can help yourself right out of here. The last time I saw you guys, you tried to drag me into some devil worship thing.
Our little Halloween party may have gotten a wee bit out of hand, but we've cleaned house.
Yeah, now you won't find so much as a deviled egg.
George, who's here?
Marcia, you remember the Happy Guys, Bert and Carl?
Oh, yes. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
This guy slays me. Doesn't he slay you, girl? Well, it's easy for you to say, Bert. You're not Tweedledum.
Won't you come in and sit down?
Oh, thank you. Now, I don't want to alarm you folks, but there's a mad criminal on the loose, and he's attacking the women of Beaver Falls.
What does he do?
He steals their high-heeled shoes.
It's no laughing matter. Well, last night he stole my wife's best open-toed pumps. She's currently under sedation.
Well, he call the police?
Unfortunately, this is what they consider a low-priority item.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's scandalous. It's scandalous.
That's why we're here. You've got to help us.
Hey, I'm a sportscaster. I don't know anything about catching criminals. Unless they've stolen home.
Anyway, George, old pal, we need your house for our meetings.
What meetings?
Tell him, Bert.
We formed our own neighborhood protection group, the Guardian Happy Guys.
We're going to make the streets safe for decent human beings.
I think I better warn Wesley.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
At this straight, you're telling me you've never had detention?
That's correct. Although I once had to stay after school to accept a good conduct medal.
Where'd you find this geek,
Wesley, you can't speak to James that way. Most people do.
Wesley, James will be staying with us for 1 week. Surely you can impersonate a human being for that long?
What's that supposed to mean? It means quit acting like a jerk. Actually, Miss Heather, a jerk is a dull or stupid person. Wesley seems to be neither of those. I'm afraid you've misspoken.
You know, kid, you may not be a total zero after all.
Well, you can certainly learn something from him.
Maybe he can learn something from me.
Yeah, you want to come to order, please? Fellas, you want to quiet down and we'll start.
Gee, he's kind of high-strung, isn't he?
Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the first meeting of the Guardian Happy Guys.
Hey, who ate all the crab puppies?
George had one.
Now, the high-heel bandit, as we have dubbed him, has eluded the police so far. But we, the Guardian Happy Guys, are going to see to it that he's captured and brought to justice.
Do we get to wear hats? You mean like golf hats with our own logo on them?
I didn't know we had a logo.
No, we don't have a logo, and we don't need hats.
Hey, but we did have these new buttons made up.
You bad guys, cut it out. Little rough, don't you think?
Now, the first order of business is to divide ourselves into patrol teams.
As long as we're dividing up into teams, why don't we get up a softball game? Hey, can I play third base? Sure, be a Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, honey. Come over here. Give your old mom a big hug.
Where's everybody?
Your sister and brother are upstairs watching TV. Daddy and Mr. Belvedere are in the living room forming a vigilante group. And I have been exiled to the kitchen, so I'm doing my nails.
Dad and Mr. Belvedere are doing what?
Oh, they're having a meeting with that group of happy guys to track down the high-heel bandit.
You're kidding.
Take a look.
Why are they marching around 2 by 2?
I think they're doing the Virginia Reel.
Mom, Mr. Belvedere's dipping Dad.
And remember now, we're only the eyes and ears of the police. If you see the high-heel bandit, do not try to apprehend him. Do not take any aggressive action yourself.
Hell, this is worse than none. I thought my part was over when the crab puppies disappeared.
Well, let's just get this over with.
Oh, I think it's too late to go patrolling tonight, don't you, Bert?
Way too late.
We do have time for turkey in the straw.
I still don't get why we're dancing.
It fosters teamwork, George. They say the Steelers do the bossa nova.
Now pay attention, kid. Maybe a little of the Owens magic will rub off on you. What's this?
Hot water bottle?
If
If you're not even going to try, we'll stop this lesson right now.
Sorry. I promise I'll try to think meaner.
Good. Now what you have here is your basic whoopee cushion. You place it on the principal's chair right before assembly. Then when he sits down after the Pledge of Allegiance...
That's not very nice.
Exactly. Now check this out.
Even I know that. That's a rubber snake.
Wrong. It's the real McCoy.
But serpents are not indigenous to the Beaver Falls area.
They are now. Quick, put him under that magazine on the chair.
But that's Heather's magazine. Won't she be startled?
At least.
Hey, Wes, have you seen my 17 magazine? I believe it's over there. Thanks, James.
Well?
I never knew it could be like this.
I don't know why we're sitting out here freezing our hooters off.
Well, if we're going to catch the high-heel bandit, we must sacrifice a little comfort.
I don't see you sacrificing any of those donuts.
If you're going to be nasty, I shall go home and you'll be the only happy guy on the streets without a patrol buddy.
I am not your buddy, and I am not a happy guy.
Since you are obviously unable to be pleasant, I suggest we keep our mouths shut and our eyes open.
You got it.
Fine.
Hey, Belvedere.
Now what?
I think I drank too much coffee. We better find a gas station.
You know we are not allowed to leave the stakeout for any reason.
Fine. I'll just use that bush over there.
Of course, that's your decision, but we're here to uphold the law, not to break it.
Huh?
Well, for one thing, there's indecent exposure. Vandalism. Defacing public property.
Okay, you made your point. I'll tough it out.
That's the spirit.
Belvedere?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me a story?
About?
You know, to take my mind off things.
Oh, very well. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived under Niagara Falls. All day long, he did nothing but listen to the rush of the raging waters.
Stop that story!
Stay tuned for Shock Fear Theater. Tonight's presentation, The Killer Bra Strap in 3D.
The whole evening shot to hell. Hey, Wes, why aren't you in bed?
Somebody had to wait up for Mom.
Huh?
When it got late and you guys didn't come home, she got worried and went out looking for you.
Hey, Marshall, what happened?
Oh, George. He got me.
Who?
The high-heel bandit.
All of a sudden, I feel something in my back, and a voice in my ear says, "Give me those pumps or I'll pump you full of lead."
What happened then?
This is the worst part. I gave him my brand new snakeskin pumps. I paid $350 for them.
You what?
Down from $500? Oh, George, don't be angry. I've been violated.
Well, so have I.
Folks, I'm trying to make a report here.
Sorry.
I'm just sick about this.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent...
Just get in here.
Came right over as soon as we heard about the missus.
Yeah, we picked up the police call on the scanner in my car. Oh, by the way, your car's being towed.
Totally. You know, you guys are supposed to be in charge of getting this dirt bag off the street. Now, I want to know what you're going to do about this.
Ooh, he's got spunk, Bert.
Yeah, real spunk. Have you ever considered becoming a junior happy guy?
Look, I'll do whatever I can to catch this jerk.
Yeah, we do need to take stronger measures.
I'd say this calls for another meeting.
Maybe we should have it here.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
I'll be here.
I'll bring the accordion.
Hey, Wes?
Yeah?
Have you seen James? I went up to his room to look for him, and I found this note on his pillow. It says, I didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it.
Then who did?
James.
Ridiculous. He's far too innocent to have masterminded something like this. He must have had help.
Hey, all I did was show the kid a few basic moves. Can I help it if he's a natural?
Wesley, you're poisoning his mind. I forbid you to teach him anything else.
Okay, but he's tasted success. You'll probably be hearing from him again.
Now, if you'll both excuse me, I am going upstairs to change. I seem to have fouled myself.
Mr. Belvedere! Oh, Mr. Belvedere, I need you! Mr. Belvedere!
What is it? My hands are rather full. Oh, dear.
You have to help me find James.
First, we must find Lady Clairol.
That pint-sized Al Capone put blue dye in my shampoo.
No doubt after you put Pop Rocks in my souffle.
This is all Wesley's fault. I'm gonna pound him right after I smack James bald-headed.
Good Lord, Wesley, what have you done?
Nothing yet.
Then what's that?
What's left on my new 10-speed. I told James he could write it.
Apparently he rode it through hell.
Wesley, you created this monster. You have to stop him. Hey, Westman! Looks like something happened to your bike.
This isn't funny.
Loosen up, dude. Where's your sense of humor?
Gone up in smoke.
Hey, Tubbs, your beach ball's lopsided.
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
James, I want you to quit acting like this. What happened to that sweet little kid I used to babysit? That geek? He's history. By the way, I love what you've done with your hair.
You're not getting out of this.
I couldn't find a bag to match my shoes.
My, don't we look lovely this evening?
Knock it off. Let's just get this over with.
All right, you are, cutie. Gentlemen, or perhaps I should say ladies.
Not to me.
This gives new meaning to the word dragnet.
Now, for everyone's protection and safety, we'll work in pairs. By strolling the streets as women, we'll catch the high-heel bandit right where he lives.
Well, if we know where he lives, Bert, why don't we just go over to his house?
That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not going anywhere without my best girlfriend.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Hey, where's Kevin? Kevin?
Yeah.
My God, you look stunning.
I know, I can't help it.
Gee, kid, couldn't you have gone a little easier on the eyeshadow?
Not according to Cosmo.
Well, you better be careful. You could get picked up.
Hey, Dad, that's not funny.
You are wearing your own underwear, aren't you?
Of course I am.
That explains the visible panty line.
Let's go.
Now, remember, if you sit down, keep your knees together.
Here you go, Belvedere. You sit down and I'll wait for the bandit in the bushes.
Why should I have to be baked?
Let's just say you're easy to spot from a distance.
Very well.
George, what should I do if the bandit tries to accost me? Play hard to get. You don't. Somebody's coming. Look. Good evening, my dear.
Look, honey, your kind belongs over by the fish pond. I'm working this end of the park. Beat it.
Evening, miss.
Good evening, officer.
A little late for a lady to be out by herself at night.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
You should be. Yeah, there's some nut running around stealing women's shoes right off their feet.
Oh, silly. Nobody would want my shoes.
I guess you're right. Still, you ought to think about going home.
Thank you, officer. I will.
Say, what's your sign?
Dead end. Dead end.
Well, that was a big bust. How do women keep from freezing to death in these things?
Well, at least you weren't hit on. God, men can be such animals.
Tell me about it.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, where have you been, Bert?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. The high-heel bandits struck again while you were out on patrol.
What?
Where?
Over by the dairy.
The one place we didn't have a team.
I think it's time to try the police.
No, don't do that. I told you they're not interested. Besides, we can handle this by ourselves.
I'm not wearing any more girdles.
You should have tried one with a tummy tamer.
Hey, if you're so sure we can get this guy, how come you didn't dress up and go on patrol with us?
Well, somebody's got to run the operation, and it should be the one who knows the most about the crimes.
Yes, you do seem well informed about the high-heel bandit.
Well, let's just say I understand him.
Perhaps you can tell us how it is that he knows exactly where or when we're patrolling.
Maybe he's psychic.
Or maybe he's Bert.
Oh, you're crazy.
You take that back. Bert never stole anything.
Oh, really? Who told us first about the high-heel bandit?
Bert.
And who told us not to go to the police because they wouldn't be interested?
Bert.
And who's the one who's most obsessed with the shoe collection of the high-heeled bandit? When the rest of us wouldn't know the difference between a Harachi and an espadrille.
Well, any fool knows that a Harachi is a woven flat-heeled sandal, while an espadrille is a canvas wedgie with a rope sole.
How could you do it?
I didn't. I couldn't. I have this cane.
You never had a cane before.
Get it! No, fella, you got to understand. You got to give me a chance to explain this. You see, I was a shoe salesman for 35 years. It's in my blood. I can't help myself. I'm sick. I promised to get therapy. Will you guys let me off the hook?
No.
What are you doing, James? Making sure there's one less bird bath in the world.
You can't blow up the Huffnagel's bird bath. Somebody might get hurt.
Somebody might get hurt if they don't get off my case.
Look, kid. Real pranks require planning, timing, and above all, finesse.
Finesse?
Yeah. Without a certain grace and dignity, a prank is just a mean trick. Or in this case, a crime.
Oh, give me a break.
I will. I'll promise to keep this a secret. But you have to promise to stop acting like me.
It's too late, Wes. I've seen the other side of the mountain.
If I rat on you, you're going to be seeing the other side of a set of bars.
Do you do that to me?
Try me.
Okay. You win. Want me to show you how to disarm it?
Hey, this is the king you're talking to.
Ready
Ready to go home, James? Sure, Heather. Okay, let's hit the road. Could I have a moment alone with Wesley, please? Okay, I'll just put your bag in the car. Okay. Thank you, Wesley, for almost an enlightening stay.
The enlightenment was mutual. Guess I'll see you.
See ya. Are you sure you disconnected that detonator correctly?
Hey, piece of cake.
Good.
Wesley! There's a bird bath in my crumb cake! The Beaver Falls crime sprees, both civil and domestic, have finally come to an end. With only Wesley's demented tricks to fear, it's almost like being on holiday. But the high-heel bandit was let off with a fine and a stern warning to steer clear of ladies' footwear and the feet on which it gathers. My part in his capture has left me with my dignity only slightly askew. Others were not quite so fortunate. Come in.
Mr. Belvedere, can I borrow a pair of gloves until the crazy glue wears off?
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, carnival time in Rio. But with inflation at 1,000%, there's not much to celebrate. That's our story tonight.
Sunday at 7, limber up sports fans for a Frisbee hoop toss and the smallest indoor ski.
I just had a wonderful idea.
You're sending Wesley to Afghanistan.
No, it's just that you've been here for 5 years and you'll probably be with us another 5.
What?
So I'm redecorating your room.
What?
Don't worry, it will be tasteful and charming, I promise. Well, just look what I did with Kevin's old room.
You mean putting in a giant screen TV and painting the windows black?
Real sentimental, Mom.
I appreciate your good intentions, Mrs. Owens. But where do I sleep?
Oh, there's an extra bunk in Wesley's room.
Hey, look what I traded my accordion for.
Hi, Ed. Hi, Ange. You ready for school? Almost. I'm reading up on current events. Oh, I knew a current event once, but that was years ago. This is for speech club. You're joining the speech club? Yeah, to learn how to express myself better and become more articulate. Okay. Who's the guy? There is no guy. You know, maybe I'll join the speech club, too. You? Well, don't act so shocked, Heather. I'm really good at expressing myself. Oh, hi, Angela. Oh, Mrs. Owens. My parents... well... they're going on a vacation. It's okay, honey. Your mother already called. You can stay here. Just think, I'll be living here all week. Isn't that great, Mr. Blowhole?
Wonderful. With your moving in and my bunking with Wesley, it'll be a dream come true.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life yet.
And sometimes people leave their sprinklers running even when it's raining, or they hose off their driveways in the middle of a drought.
Angela, the topic is illegal immigration.
I thought you said illegal irrigation.
An easy mistake.
Should I start over?
No.
No. I tell you what, why don't we hear from one of our more experienced speakers? Marvin. Marvin, your topic will be healthcare in the United States. Go.
Healthcare. Many Americans cannot get or afford the medical care they need. Conservatives propose slashing public health care programs. Liberals want to pour billions of dollars into national health insurance. In my opinion, we should encourage insurance companies to pay for preventive medicine and establish a decentralized delivery system of public health care. Thank you.
Boy, he's really good. Yeah, and he's cute, too, in a geeky sort of way.
Excellent, Marvin. Thank you. See you all next time.
Watch this. I'm going to go introduce myself. I'm Heather. You know, that was a really good speech.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, you know what they say. All brain and no bladder.
Night, Mom. Night, Dad. Mr. Belvedere?
Yes?
What was that for?
I wanted to strike first, before you unleashed whatever fiendish prank you were planning.
Well, I guess you got me. I'm going to bed.
Well, Wesley, if we're going to be bunkmates, I mean, we might as well make the best of it.
I guess so.
I'll get the lights. Are you asleep, Wesley?
No.
Would you like a little entertainment?
Huh?
Back by popular demand, Sir Rodney Rabbit.
Hello, Sir Rodney.
Good afternoon, speakers. Why don't we begin today with a practice debate on the subject of nuclear disarmament? Who would like to take the pro position? Heather. And opposing? Marvin. Heather, your opening statement?
Well, I think we have enough nuclear weapons in this world. I mean, how many times can we blow ourselves up? All it is a big waste of money, which we could put into social programs to help humanity. Thank you.
Peace. Who among us doesn't want peace? The question, of course, even to the most naive, is how to achieve peace. And in conclusion, I say, strength, power. These are the guardians of liberty, the protectors of this grand experiment we call democracy. Thank you.
Anything to add, Heather?
I give.
See you all next time.
So, congratulations.
Thanks.
You know, you sure mopped up the floor with me.
I'm sorry. Bye.
Well, you know what? You're so good, I could sure use a few pointers from you. How about tomorrow after school, my house?
You mean your house? Where you live?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Why not? Oh.
Gosh, he's so shy, except when he's debating. It's like he's two different people. Yeah, like Clark Kent and Batman. So, you want a soda?
I never drink carbonated beverages before a debate.
Me neither. So, do you have a girlfriend?
No. I mean, I'm on the debate team, varsity towel boy, and president of the chess club. I don't have much time for girls.
Well, we're not all that time-consuming.
Frankly, I think it's me. In case you didn't notice, I'm kind of awkward.
Well, maybe you just haven't met anyone you feel comfortable with.
I like girls. I'm just never sure how to ask them out.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, let's take a hypothetical situation. Say you were asking me out.
You?
Uh-huh. Well, what would you say?
I don't know.
Well, just say, would you like to go out for a pizza and maybe see a movie tonight?
Whew, slow down. This is good stuff.
Anyway, chances are the hypothetical person would say, I'd love to. Hi, Marvin.
Hi.
Angela, we were kind of in the middle of something. Oh, okay.
Say, Angela, before you go. Would you like to get a movie and maybe see a pizza tonight?
I'd love to.
You're a genius.
So, how was the movie? Oh, we couldn't find anything with a G rating, so we went bowling instead. You know, once you get to know Marvin, he's pretty neat. Even sexy. There was a moment when he got his thumb stuck in the ball and I was trying to help him get it out. And our bodies became completely intertwined. Well, then what happened? He had an asthma attack. Gee, too bad. You know, I never would have met Marvin if I hadn't joined the speech club. And I never would have joined if you hadn't joined. Boy, talk about destiny, huh? Talk about density. In conclusion, freedom of speech is one of our most cherished rights and must never be taken for granted. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. You just earned a spot on the debate team for this Saturday's speech meet against Fielding High. That's all for today. Angela, could I see you for a second?
Hey, that's great about you making the team.
Oh, thanks, Marvin.
And thank you. Angela has changed my life.
Marvin, you went bowling together once.
The thing is, Angela has brought me out of my shell. I can talk to her just like I'm talking to you.
Well, now that you can talk to me, why don't you ask me out?
Huh?
Well, it just so happens I have 2 tickets to a special taping of Firing Line from Pittsburgh.
Gee, that sounds tempting, but I kind of had plans on going to the library with Angela.
William F. Buckley's debating Mr. Rogers.
Well, the library will always be there tomorrow.
Mr. Wiggins took me out of impromptu speaking and made me a scorekeeper. Says I'm a natural. Well, now that you're keeping score, it's 1-1. See you later, Marvin.
Stay tuned for Shock Fear Theater. Tonight's feature, Run, Varmints, from Hell.
What happened to you?
I got Mr. Belvedere as a roommate.
No reason to foam at the mouth.
It's just, he's doing all these dumb gags like I'm still 8 years old or something.
So what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Well, Mom's finishing his stupid room tomorrow. The nightmare is over.
Hi, guys. Oh, Mr. Belvedere, about your room. That Laura Ashley motif just didn't work out, so I'll need a few more days.
Huh?
Oh, take as long as you need, right, Romy? Come on, I'll help you get that shaving cream off.
Morning. Oh, you got in kind of late last night.
Have a nice time. Great.
Can I interest you ladies in some scrambled eggs?
No, thanks.
Juice? Hand grenades?
Look, Angela, I can't help it if Marvin wanted to go out with me. He had a date with me, and you made him break it. Angela, don't be such a sore loser. This isn't over yet, sister.
This Marvin must be some guy.
You can leave, Angela. I invited Marvin over to review for the debate. So did I. Well, you don't have to review. You're scorekeeper.
We can work together. I'll review with Heather.
Then you can score with me. I mean, the debate.
Right. Oh, gosh, where's my head? I left my topic file out in the car. Be right back.
I'm going to go get some root beer. He loves soda. I want to get it. Angela, wait! There's none here. I think there's some in the refrigerator downstairs.
Got it. Where's Angela?
She went out for some air. Why don't we start without her?
What's that?
My dad has a workshop downstairs. Just ignore it. He could be pounding all night. So, what do you think of my new card file?
Hey, there's a card in here on me.
I know that one best. Hold that thought. Hi there.
Oh, good, you're back. Where's Heather?
She's tied up for a while.
But I thought we were going to review.
Well, I guess for now it's just me and you.
Yeah.
How in the hell did this happen to you?
Someone threw it on me.
Hey, this looks like that old fish netting from the basement. Wes!
Well, what do you say we start?
Okay. No, we're starting. Angela, I thought you liked me first. Well, who cares? Ask him when we like smell. Well?
I gotta go to the bathroom. At home.
Hi, how you doing? Hold on a minute, Cindy. I've got to call Mr. Belvedere.
Don't mind me. I'll see what the three little piggies are up to.
You know, I'm working on getting my locker moved next to yours.
Cindy and Wesley sitting up a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Just ignore that. Yeah, I did my math homework. Problem 7. Hold on a sec. Here it is. Yeah, I know it's gross, Cindy, but I didn't do it. Cindy? Hello? Now look what you did.
What?
I've had it up to here with your stupid games and practical jokes.
But I thought you were enjoying yourself. I know I am.
Well, I'm not, you oversized candy cane.
Yes, you've made that quite clear.
Can't you just leave me alone?
By all means. I'll not be patronized by you any longer. You humorless little snot.
Kevin. All ready for the debate?
Oh, God, it's you.
Hi.
Oh, God, it's her.
What are you doing here? Beverly Clark has mono, and everyone else has entered another event, so Mr. Wiggins put me in. And that's the last thing I'm going to say to you for the rest of my life. And by the way, you're ugly.
Good afternoon, and welcome to today's debate between Fielding High and our own Van Buren Speechmasters. The topic for today's debate is, in an era of serious national debt, can we preserve the Social Security system? Van Buren, having won the toss, will go first and defend the pro position.
Social Security. Yes, it is expensive, and it will get more expensive. But whatever the cost, we must preserve it.
He's right. It's like working really hard for something or someone, and your best friend waltzes in and takes away what's rightfully yours. Or you have it, and the next thing you know, your so-called best friend tries to steal it.
I object. This isn't supposed to be tag team debating.
Please, Heather, Angela.
Oh, shut up!
Speechmasters, you're supposed to be debating them.
Well, maybe we would be if he'd make up his mind. Yeah, this is all his fault.
Look, you're driving me crazy. I can't take it anymore. I appreciate everything you two have done for me, but you're just too intense. I'm going to go find a nice, quiet girl without a best friend. Thank you.
Mr. Wiggins, I guess we kind of made fools of ourselves, and I'm really sorry we embarrassed the school. Yeah, what can we do to make it up to you?
Join the skydiving club.
This was the most humiliating experience of my life. Worse than the time you were talking to Chad Smith and I made a face behind his back and you laughed and chocolate milk came out of your nose? Angela, we made fools of ourselves over a guy. What did you see in him anyway? I don't know. What did you see in him? I guess we wanted to want him so bad that we wanted to want him just to want him. I mean, we got caught up in the competition for him. Yeah, that too. Well, let's promise never to do that again. Promise.
Excuse me. Would you like to go out for a pizza and maybe see a movie tonight?
We have to go to the bathroom.
Room's still not ready yet, huh?
Your mother promised it for tomorrow.
I guess we could have avoided all this if I'd been honest with you from the beginning.
Yes? Well, it would have been reassuring from the start to know how much you despise me.
I don't despise you. It's just, when you came here, I was only 8. Now I'm 12.
That's odd. I've aged 30 or 40 years.
You know what I mean. I'm not that little kid anymore. The one that plays dumb practical jokes.
I know. It's just that sometimes I miss the old days.
Me too. Life was simpler then.
Mm-hmm.
So, no hard feelings?
None at all. You know, it's nice that you're maturing a little. Being temporarily displaced, I'm forced to record my journal entry where I can find a moment's peace. Wesley and I have reached an understanding about his emerging maturity, although I dare not let my guard down since he seems prone to relapse. And as for Heather and Angela, their friendship seems to have endured love and war. And as for my room, well, that's anyone's guess.
Ready to sneak a peek?
Actually, I am a bit curious.
Well, I'm all done. Go ahead, take a look.
not sure about the wallpaper.
Later tonight on Nightline, the tragedy that struck United Flight 811. It's hardly an isolated event. Ted Koppel looks at the crisis of confidence surrounding the airline industry.
Quick, Wes, beat it. Dad's on his annual spring cleaning tear.
So what?
What's your problem?
Women. See, there's this blonde, Melanie Goodman, and she's always staring at me in history. So I sent her a note on a paper plane, but I hit her on the head. Good move. Hey, I offered her half of my marshmallow and tuna sandwich.
Wes, the secret to a girl's heart isn't throwing things at her or grossing her out. Show her you can be tender and passionate, romantic.
Well, how do I do that?
Beats the heck out of me.
George, I can't believe you kept all these old Playboys.
Hey, there's some very thought-provoking articles in these.
I can imagine the thoughts they're provoking.
George, give me those.
Well, what's in here? It's a bunch of letters.
Yeah, George, they're mine.
Well, what's so important about these?
Gimme.
Huh?
Give
Huh?
me.
Huh?
Children, children.
Okay, if you really must know, they're just some old love poems.
From who?
Nobody. Barry Clayton.
That wimp who followed you everywhere before you met me?
He was not a wimp. His poems were sweet and touching, and I'm not going to throw them in the garbage.
Okay, then I will.
Okay, fine.
Hey, those are collector's items.
Yeah, the trash collector.
Whose stupid idea was this spring cleaning anyway?
Yours, George.
Hey, Mom, what you got there?
Oh, a recipe for meatloaf.
Yeah, your meatloaf gives us all a good cry.
Well, actually, it's an old love letter.
Oh, Dad wrote you love letters?
No, not exactly.
Huh? Well, then who are they from? Oh, Mom, you're not having an affair, are you?
Relax. They're from a boy who used to have a crush on me, but he was too shy to tell me, so he used to write me these sweet little love poems.
Oh.
Listen. To my muse of loveliness, for whom I'll ever pine, although our lips may never press, our souls will intertwine.
Oh, Mom, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was all for unrequited love?
I'm afraid so.
Well, how come?
Because I met your father.
Sad.
Hey, I'm sorry about the wieners in the hot roller machine. I didn't know you'd take it so hard.
Yes, she's crying over some old love poems.
You mean a bunch of mushy stuff really does that to Mom?
Yeah, Mom and every other woman in the world.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
Mr. Belvedere, what brings you by?
Actually, I came here to get away from your parents.
It's funny. So did I.
What's with all the keys?
Oh, I inherited them.
Did the building manager die?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's too bad. But now I got his job and I get half my rent off.
But you don't know the difference between a screwdriver and a chainsaw.
Come on. This building's really well constructed. It'll be a walk in the park.
George!
I thought I threw these things out.
These are my private letters.
Well, why are you suddenly so big on privacy?
Me? Why haven't you ever shown me your lodge salute or your secret fraternity yodel?
If he ever does, please don't share them with me.
You still have a thing for this guy?
No. It's just that these are the only things I ever received that are even remotely romantic.
Yeah, I'm always getting you romantic stuff. What about your birthday? I got you the Popeil Pocket Fisherman.
Be still my heart.
Okay, I'll go right out and buy you a dozen roses. Will that make you happy?
No, not if I have to ask for them.
I love roses.
Hey, Mom, how do I look? Just like a man.
Hey, Les, what are y'all dressed up for?
Nothing special. Just going to the library with Melanie.
Oh, I thought she was giving you the cold shoulder.
Well, I know it's dumb, but when I saw you and Mom sniffling over those old love poems, I thought, what the heck? So I tried to write one myself. I slipped it in Melanie's locker, and she melted like a glob of cheese whiz.
Gee, Wes, love's making you almost human.
If I'm not home by 9:30, tell Mom and Dad not to wait up.
Yes, I'll tell Kevin about your toilet. In the meantime, try the backstroke. What happened to you?
Never clean a light socket with a nail file.
Don't you think you're in a wee bit over your head?
I don't get it. I mean, this used to be a great building. But when Mr. Thomas died, the building died with him. I can't deal with this. Maybe I should move back home.
Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps I can help you. What you got there, George?
Oh, nothing. Just a poem a friend of mine wrote.
Oh, can I have a look? How do I love thee? Let me see. You are like a slam dunk to me. You're the bat that brings me luck. You're my favorite hockey puck.
Too flowery?
George, your friend is demented.
My friend is me.
No.
Hey, big guy, could you help me out? Maybe write a sonnet or two?
I've already bailed out one Owens today. That's my quota.
Oh, another note from Melanie.
Hey, this isn't for public consumption, okay?
Come on, let me read it. I promise I won't laugh.
Okay, but if you do, don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow with a mohawk.
You touch my heart like sunshine that warms a winter day. Your smile like the summer breeze can chase the clouds away. Gee, Wes, this is really nice. You're growing up.
Hey, don't get weird on me, huh?
Come on, I'll make you a milkshake.
Okay.
George, did you leave this by my briefcase?
Yeah.
You touch my heart like sunshine that warms a winter day. Your smile, like a summer breeze, can chase the clouds away. Well, honey, this is charming. I didn't know you could be so eloquent.
Well, it's, well, I mean, you know.
Oh, George. Whoa. Okay, Wes. Do you know what your father just gave me?
A hickey?
Wes, why don't you get to school?
Okay. Have fun.
Hey, Marsh, do me a favor. Don't mention any of this stuff to Wes. I don't want him to know his old man's a sentimental slob.
It'll be our secret.
Okay.
It's real life wrestling.
That is the last time I set foot in Mrs. Cicchini's apartment.
Oh, did you have trouble fixing her drain pipe?
No. But every time I bent over the sink, she pinched me on the tush.
Well, you do look pretty cute in your little overalls. Kind of like Junior Samples. By the way, Miss Abaddon in 4F just called. Her shower wall's leaking.
Oh, do you have any grout?
I don't think so, but if you're hungry, I think I have some donuts.
Kevin, grout is the mortar you use to fill in the cracks in the walls.
I knew that. You think I'm stupid?
Anyone who can con me into doing all his work can hardly be called stupid.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh, Mrs. Cicchini. Is there any problem?
I know it's silly, but the cord on my Venetian blinds got tangled, and I have arthritis.
I'll take care of it right away.
Oh, I'm sure you have more important things to do, but if Lynn wouldn't mind.
Well, I think Melanie's gonna like this one. But I need an unbiased opinion. Tell me what you think, Spot. To my only love. The vastness of the ocean, the grandeur of the skies,
Is nothing to the rapture that you capture in your eyes. George, this is even lovelier than yesterday's. It's like you're inspired.
Well, I do get some help from upstairs.
Don't be so modest.
Come on, Marsh, they're just words.
But it's like I'm meeting a whole new you. It makes me look forward to every morning. And evening.
Good evening, Kevin.
Oh, hi, Miss Belvedere. Aren't you a little dressed up to fix Miss Gordon's toilet?
I'm off to a concert. These are for you. They are called tools.
Hey, are you still mad because I had you fix the antenna on the roof?
There was an electrical storm.
So I lent you my umbrella.
Yes, the one with the metal tip. I'm a housekeeper, not a lightning rod. And I'm sick of you taking advantage of my good nature.
All right, look, I'm sorry. You're right, and I've been really, really selfish. I just want to thank you for helping me out. And I hope you'll accept my apology.
Yes, of course I do, and I'm sorry I snapped.
It's just I have a date tonight with this cheerleader, and the heater just broke.
All part of life's festive cavalcade.
Okay, fine. I just hate to think of all those poor, little old ladies who'll freeze to death if I can't fix the heater myself.
All right, Kevin. But this is the last thing I do for you on the planet Earth. And I once had the run of Buckingham Palace. Well, now, what seems to be the trouble? Nice tone. Ah, perhaps it's that loose bolt over there. Can't quite reach it. There we go. Oh, come on, Lynn. Pretend that it's Kevin's nose. That's it. Oh, piddly poop, I'm stuck. Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Kevin!
Miss Belvedere?
I've been pounding for 3 hours. Where the devil have you been?
On my date, remember? In fact, she's upstairs right now, so I'll see you.
Wait!
Hey, are you stuck?
No, I'm playing hide and seek with the washing machine.
You're really stuck.
For further amusement, try poking me with a sharp stick.
I'm sorry.
So you should be. Kevin!
Okay, I'll get you out. Let's see. 1, 2...
Now, before you do any further damage, get me something to eat. I'm absolutely starving.
Oh, sure. Got any change? Okay. Let's see, what'll it be? We got pretzels, Fritos, M&Ms, and Tide. Oh, they're all out of Tide. Hey. Nothing came out. I hate that. Wait a minute, I see something. Got it. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
I can't get my arm out.
Do you mean to say you're stuck too? There is a God.
Hey, Wes, do you know where Mr. Belvedere is?
No, and I don't care.
What's wrong?
I saw Melanie making out with Moose Magruder in assembly. During the Pledge of Allegiance, no less.
Oh, gee, Wes, I'm sorry.
I can't believe it. Not only is she a tramp, she's a communist.
What are you writing?
My farewell poem. If she's gonna cheat on me, I'm gonna kiss her off real good.
George, didn't you forget something this morning?
Oh, yeah, you're home. I must have left it upstairs. So, Wes, you going to school?
That was the plan.
Hey, put the books down. It's a beautiful day. I mean, why don't you go to the zoo?
Huh? You want me to play hooky?
Hey, the zoo's educational. Buy all the popcorn you want.
Okay. You know, there's this 10-speed I've been looking at.
George, I have to go.
Shoot. To my only love. Here you go.
Just like Old Faithful. To my only love. You're a sleazy broad. You're a big fat broad. You make me want to puke. If I ever write you another sonnet, I'll be sure to spit a booger on it. That's my letter.
Wes, you shouldn't be writing stuff like that about your mom.
What's going on?
Nothing. I mean, well, the things I've been writing you, I sort of borrowed from Wes.
What? You mean I've been swooning over love poems written by my own son? Oh, George, that's sick.
You stole my poems? How could you do something like that?
Yeah, how could you?
Well, I just sort of...
You're in big trouble, mister. Big trouble.
Oh, hi, pal.
Yeah,
Still not talking to your old pop, huh?
I don't know.
I guess you think I'm a real jerk.
Well, on one hand, you invaded my privacy, took advantage of me, and lied to cover it up. On the other hand, sounds like something I would do.
Like son, like father, huh?
Yeah. Except you got caught.
What I don't get is why you wrote the nasty letter. I thought you were in love.
Melanie cheated on me.
Oh, tough break.
But that's what really bugs me. That you were able to score with my poems, but I struck out.
Go figure.
What is it?
I don't know. They make us act crazy. But when you find one that's really worth loving, like your mom, well, you learn to play along. You even learn to like it. Someday you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, look, pal, I'm sorry for what I did.
That's okay. Listen, Mom made me go to school. Can I go to the zoo tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Then I guess you want your $300 back.
Hey, look, maybe this weekend we'll go check out that 10-speed.
Dad, you're okay.
George.
Hey, I know what you're going to say. I thought you were mad.
You made a total ass of yourself, George. But you did it for me. Well, you may not be Lord Byron, but the message got through.
Hey, Mark's not here. We don't want Belvedere barging in.
Where is he, anyway?
On a tree by the river, a little tomtit sang willow, tit willow, tit willow.
Song.
During the Blitz, we used to get through the air raids by singing Gilbert and Sullivan.
I'd rather be blown to bits than listen to that.
Don't get snippy with me.
Oh, excuse me. I'm stuck here in a vending machine while this gorgeous babe is stranded in my apartment.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she'll find her way back to Bimbo Land.
Now who's getting snippy?
Well, if you hadn't been such a clod, we wouldn't be here in the first place.
Oh, well, if you didn't spend 6 hours in the donut shop every day, we might not be here either.
I will not stand here and be insulted by such a twit.
Well, you don't have much of a choice, do you?
Oh, showing your true colors now, you overgrown brat. All the time I cared Wesley, but no, you lurked like a time bomb, ready to blow up in my face. I have never
I don't want to hear it.
Ah, then hear this. My objects all sublime, my self-esteem in time.
Oh, horse is a horse, suck horse, suck horse. Hey, no, you're not
Oh, boy, a hoot nanny.
Genie, thank God. Call the fire department. We're stuck.
Really? Oh, dear.
All right, thanks. Claudia, darling, I'm coming.
Come back here, you blackguard!
Oh, Lynn, we don't need him. I can get you out of there.
You can?
Sure. Well, what's the rush?
Anyway, Mrs. Cicchini was able to get me free. But not until she forced me to eat her oysters oregano, while she played Misty on a kazoo. Meanwhile, the love letter scandal has resolved itself, and serenity has descended on the Owens household. To paraphrase the poet, love works in mysterious ways.
Dragging us to this thing. Your father and I feel we should be spending more quality time as family.
Where are you going?
Roller derby.
Oh, midget wrestling all sold out?
Now, I want to see that attic spick and span when we get back, mister. Can I be grounded some other time? I want to see the roller derby, too. Well, you should have thought of that before you dressed the Huffnagel's Chihuahua in Heather's underwear. Hey, it was Spot's idea. Let's go.
Yeah, Dad doesn't want to miss the first body pileup.
Wesley?
I'm not hungry.
All the better.
Don't leave Mr. Belvedere. It's spooky up here in the attic.
Then stay away from the mirror. Oh, don't worry, your parents will be home soon.
Couldn't you help me out with some of this stuff?
Not the chance. I'm off to see the barber of Seville. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hi. Figaro here. Figaro. I thought your father was supposed to fix this doorknob. Now what are we going to do?
Want another cookie?
On the china, never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kiss your jacket as you came through the door? No one glares, but sometimes things get turned around and no one stared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the sad and fall. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live a good life, yes.
Windows, no door, no skylight.
And I ran out of grenades so we can't blow our way out.
Tragedy.
Boy, you must really like that opera.
I meant being stuck here with you.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, look. The suitcase you were carrying the day you first came here.
Is this the Owens residence?
Uh-huh.
And I take it you're one of them?
Uh-huh.
Is there someone here who speaks English?
Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Belvedere. Are you Mrs. Owens?
Uh-huh. Pardon me, Mr.
That's Belvedere. Lynn Belvedere.
Lynn? That's a girl's name.
Wesley? A difficult birth, I take it.
What do you mean? I'm just like any other normal kid.
Oh, really? Wesley?
Hallelujah, Mr. Belvedere. I've seen the light. Yes, sir. No more TV for me. I'm going right upstairs and get myself ready for school. I just hope the voices don't start. In the tub, I was watching the big game when the TV set fell in, and it shorted out my brain.
What exactly is it, Wes? It looks a little grisly.
It's my history of punishment in colonial America.
I kind of wondered why that lady was on fire. Hey, what's going on with you two?
Nothing. I just picked up a pile of leaves and asked Kevin wanted to jump in them. He raked it over a mud hole on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. It was just a happy coincidence.
Lady!
Hiding. Oh, you little monster. That wasn't in town, I think that went rather well.
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Wesley, there's a bird bath in my crumb table.
I didn't do it.
It seems that I've heard that before.
Why do you always pick on me?
Well, in your defense, I must say that dementia seems to run in the family.
I got the job. Morning. Morning, Thanks, I'm gonna be late for school. Oh, listen, what do you think of the earrings? Too much? I'm coming. It happens every time. We get to the mall, I turn my back for 1 second, and they disappear. Does this bag go with this dress?
Hey, swing your lady just like Cupid. Swing her again. Don't you look stupid.
You shouldn't have to tell me to tell you this, but I found out today that I'm pregnant.
What?
And I decided to become a rabbi.
Chocolate chip cookies. Would you like one?
Okay. I already got something.
That was pretty great, huh, kid? Don't see many cartoons from Albania. What did you think, Dumpster Dog? Well, they're real good, Hobo Joe. I'm going back down now and eat some more garbage. See you, Dumpster Dog. Remember, kids, you shouldn't eat garbage. But if you do, don't forget to brush.
I think you left someone out.
I beg your pardon?
You can be as weird as the rest of us.
Not likely.
Oh, no? You said so yourself.
From time to time, we buckle under the pressure of our ingrained formality and go a little bonkers. Down came the rain and washed the spider. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider got the house again.
Officer? I found him over on Maple piling up a bunch of garbage cans.
I was recreating Stonehenge. Well, I suppose after 5 years, the Owens address is bound to rub off.
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, look, a vintage Silco.
Dad calls it the Belvedere radio.
Why?
Because it's big and old and gives off a lot of static.
Well, anything's better than listening to the sound of your voice.
The drama continues at the downtown sports center, where a deranged roller derby fan is holding the entire arena hostage.
Hey, let's let everyone win.
The police report that negotiations are currently at a stalemate and may be for some time.
This is awful.
Yeah. Why do I miss out on all the fun? At
At Goodness Me Natural Food Market,
Just in the roller derby crisis, the crowd is still being held hostage.
I know how they feel.
I bet Dad's been waiting for his chance to jump the guy and set everyone free.
Either that or he's in line for a chili dog.
How come you and Dad are always getting on each other's case?
Well, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm home. Hey, where's my high big boy, Kip?
I haven't even been hired yet. But eventually he welcomed me with open arms.
So you want to stay or what?
However, he still had a little trouble getting used to me.
I hate you.
But I must admit, your father and I have had our moments.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Don't you ever clean down here?
I tried to run into something different. Hello, Daddy.
This is Mr. Belvedere, an authentic English butler. Do a little spin for the folks, Steve. He's got manners, he's got style, he's got a snotty attitude. He'll make you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, clean your house, and solve all your personal problems. Can I have a bid?
You should mention I worked for the royal family.
Did you hear that, folks? He worked for the royal family. $3.
Mr. Belvedere,
Morning, Mrs. Owen.
what's going on?
We spent the night together.
A sort of experiment in terror. I'm just going outside to chop some more firewood.
Oh, that's a great idea, big guy. Maybe I can give you a hand, so to speak.
Well, after you.
Oh, after you.
Why did you say we grew rather fond of each other?
You know. Hey, Belvedere. Mind if I ask you something sort of personal?
Yes? But go ahead anyway.
You think I'm a jerk?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
I don't think you're a jerk. In fact, I almost sort of like you a lot.
Thank you, Georgie.
And listen, just because I say I like you, doesn't mean you have to say you like me.
All right.
Hey, come on.
All right, George. I like you, too.
How much?
A bushel and a peck. Luckily, your mother arrived in time to save your father any further embarrassment. Wednesday, have I been talking to myself all this time?
Uh-huh. Hey, Mr. Belvedere, want to play gin?
Certainly not. You know I swore off that game after I taught you how to play. Now, Mr. Belvedere wants that card, so he can take it and put this one down. Now, can you use that card in your hand?
I think so. Gin. Gin. Gin.
I don't know where the little prince got his ungodly facility for card playing, but it's driving me crazy.
Look, don't feel bad. He used to clean me every time at Crazy 8. The only way I'd ever win was to cheat.
Well, that just shows the difference between you and me. Gin.
Really? Boy, that's 6 hands in a row.
Yeah, but who's counting? I cheated.
Oh, I knew that.
What?
The only way anyone ever beats me at cards is by cheating. I knew you were cheating the first time you won.
And you let me do it anyway? And let me agonize over it?
Sure, I knew you'd admit it eventually. I even knew you'd probably do something nice to make up for it. I usually know everything people are going to do.
Did you know I was going to do this? Obviously, I was far too good a teacher.
Oh, yeah? What about the time you tried to teach me semaphore when you didn't know enough to flag down an ice cream truck?
double R-I.
Oh, come on, Mr. Belvedere, quit goofing off. It might be boring for you, but that's just because you know it already.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I forget sometimes.
Nah, Miles, that's not how you do permission to come aboard. It's not? No, Mr. Belvedere showed me. It's like this. You mean Wesley's out there learning a bunch of junk and it doesn't even mean anything?
Yes.
And when he goes for his badge, he's probably going to be humiliated in front of all of his friends?
I'm afraid so.
I love it. Teacher said it wasn't semaphore we were doing, it was more like the hula.
I apologize for that. I even went out and bought you an ice cream cone.
Which you ate right in front of me.
It was good.
You were torturing me. What's you out for?
In case you give me any trouble.
What's in it?
A few herbs, some wild roots, and some earthworms for protein. But don't let it get cold, they get rubbery. Come on, I'll help you get that shaving cream off. It only seems fair, after the insults you've heaped from me.
Maybe I'd like one.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, good, then I can leave.
Hey, please!
Why, Wesley, what a surprise.
Running bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. Running bridges falling down, 'cause I stepped on it.
Not to mention the time you had me deported. Mrs. Owens, Wesley cheated on his history test.
Hey, I thought we had an understanding. I tell you about the bad stuff I do and you keep it to yourself.
Wesley, I am your housekeeper, not your priest.
With a crazy old geezer will do anything to stop a kid from getting a dog.
Wesley? Don't you test me, you mangy little mongrel.
Department of Immigration? I got a big one for you. It's just a pain in the butt. Why do you put up with me at all?
It's obvious. Because... Let me think about that.
I'd rather have you than any smelly old dog.
Wesley, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Now get back to bed, you snuffy little twerp. If you prefer, I'll refrain from calling you any more names.
No, it's okay. It's kind of fun when two people really like each other.
Right. Well, let's get back to sleep.
Okay. Good night, you big blimp.
Sleep well, you sneaky little reptile.
I told you this some other time. Probably laugh and make fun of me. But you're my best friend. I know you don't believe it because I act like such a creep. But I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm scared, Mr. Belvedere. I'm so sorry. Please come back. I love you.
I love you too, you little viper. Ready to siesta? Promised a place on the team. The Owens family returned home safely around 3 a.m. and finally released us. They would have arrived earlier,
But George wanted to stop at the IHOP for blueberry pancakes. As for my ordeal in the attic with Wesley, it amazes me that I've been here long enough to have so many memories. Some of them even pleasant. Let the good times roll.
Tomorrow at 6